Oh, they couldn't hear you.
Unfortunate. 'Cause that shit was funny.
That's funny.
Now they can hear you. Welcome, everybody. We have real talent tonight, and I'm not just talking about myself. We have a lot of talented
dreaming,
people.
asshole.
Somebody's actually twerking and getting. I don't know why he's named Hero, but that's weird.
What?
Oh, wow.
I like those moves.
Yeah, practice.
There we go.
All right, I'm center, but my frame is not.
Yeah, that's okay. You got to move over.
But you
No,
say
I'll
every
fix it in
time.
post. Welcome, everybody. Let me find the music.
I love that theme song.
Yeah. If I can find it. There it
Nope,
is.
it's gonna keep going.
I got it.
Oh.
I have like 1,000 buttons here. Welcome, Lagging Out Legion. I'm not tired. I swear I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I swear.
He's tired.
He's lying.
I'm exhausted.
He knows it. He just won't
I'm
admit
tired
it.
and I know it. I'm not going to jail with my little hands. Okay. It's freedom of speech.
Just not.
Oh, we
thought.
got a resubscribe from Soda, who likes to pay for his own visits here
That's right.
on Lagging Out. Welcome to Lagging Out Live. On the front row, we're going to do introductions here. Reporting straight from hell, please welcome Blacklight Oni.
Hooray!
I'm not center, fix me. He's Hero, the
So
IT
she
guy.
said.
Yeah. Some problems just can't be fixed.
Gothix #1 fan. He's got a one-of-a-kind t-shirt.
Hey!
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gothix. She didn't have to do that. She can now stay on the show. Please welcome Soda Pop.
How's it going, guys?
And last but not least, the red-pilled Gothix.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. He's got the queen. Got the little queen wave there.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
let's
dig
go.
it.
All right, there we go. There's all 5 of us, and I spelled your name right. And Oni always checks my spelling because my grammar is horrendous. But yes, Lagging Out Live +5. So yeah, we're here.
Yay.
Woohoo! Jersey Shore time.
Oh God.
Every fist pumping good time. Oosh, 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 oosh. But yeah, but first things first. We have to make sure we do this for the crybabies.
Attention.
How you
The
doing,
preceding
Mr.
content
J?
is intended for mature
Let's pick
Play
one.
a little stream? Okay. Attention! And that means you in the back. The preceding content is intended for mature audiences only. Opinions and views expressed on this live are not necessarily those of Lagging Out Entertainment, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or any of its sponsors or advertisers. That means we ain't liable. If you're under 18, get the fuck out.
Thank you, Harley
I
Quinn.
wonder where that B-man is.
And that's our very talented Rogue Raven in the chat right there. Thank you very much, Rogue. The woman with 1,000 voices.
Oni, what's wrong? Are you okay?
What's going on?
Yeah, just hearing 3 voices and then like I can't type and.
The technical difficulties are beautiful. Hold on.
Hey, look, if it provides entertainment, then cool. If I can make someone laugh with it, so it's all worth it.
Yeah, Oni has a little bit trouble with her camera, Gothic, so we did this like little graphic for
I
her.
like
so
that.
way,
That's good.
so
It looks
Oh,
hot.
it's hot.
Oh, it is.
But
Roasty
she ain't
toasty.
burning. But,
And
yeah.
It's actually because they don't have internet.
I love
Yeah.
That's going to be in the process. I swear. I've moved since last time we met,
Hmm.
and apparently I get great cell reception except in this apartment
Yeah.
because the irony. So yeah, I'm hoping when I move, hopefully for like the last time and however long I can make that last, I can have stable internet and people can stop bitching at me. I wonder who I'm talking about.
No,
clue.
nobody even thinks that, Chieftain.
That must suck though. Moving and then your internet sucks. Like I don't know what I would do.
Right?
Well, I mean, I use my phone all the time, but when I lived at the other place, because of where I was, I guess, the cell reception was fine, so I could stream with that. But I don't know what it is about this location. Like, I could go outside and it's fine, but as soon as I come into this abode, it's an issue. But hopefully, when I move the final time-ish, we'll see.
Mhm.
I'm going to actually pay for an internet provider there and hopefully be set up actually legit like other adults, because some people go, wait, you don't have internet? No.
She's gonna set up her e-machine
Mm.
and get her internet, and she'll be good to go.
What's
For
an
Christmas.
e-machine?
Uh-oh.
Oops.
We hit a hype train already.
Oh,
Look at
wow.
this.
You put me right
And you're
on it.
dancing
Oh, I feel so
on
bad now.
poor Gothix
Normally-
face, and she's a happily married woman, and you're doing that. How dare you? Son of a-
Well,
By the way,
normally-
congratulations.
dare you? I
I
mean,
know it was a while ago, but congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, by
Thank
the
you.
way,
Thank you.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Very
you.
exciting.
Yeah,
I'm an adult now.
I'm depressed
Wait a
about
minute. I thought that
but
was a
I thought
while
I had a
ago.
shot. It was, but we haven't spoken to her in a while because she's a very busy lady.
Yeah.
She's too busy. Like I saw some of your videos where like they're trying to get you with gotcha questions. I don't know which podcast it was.
I can't
But-
remember.
Yeah,
fucking.
More money.
more money.
And that's
like,
Tyrion Death.
She's gonna march and start burning shit down. So you better stop dancing on her. No, that's the wrong person. Sorry.
Usually I'm okay with it, but I kind of feel I don't know what I feel.
It says
Well-
the guy who's freaking wearing her face on his shirt digitally.
I like that though. That's nice.
That's probably a first for any podcast. Someone doing that for you.
Yeah, Eric just gets a background. You get a whole shirt.
Yeah, Eric gets
Nice.
the background.
Yeah. He did I think it was ISOM #1 when we interviewed Eric, and he had it all up in his background.
Mm.
Yeah, it's
And-
nice. We try to make everybody as comfortable as they can on this very cringeworthy podcast. that we
Well,
do.
reparations would make me more comfortable.
Oh god.
So
Oh, really?
yeah. Do you have any of that?
Reparations.
Do I get some of that?
let me let you know on something. I'm a second generation American here.
Oh.
So like I've seen signs with my people
Okay.
saying Italians need not apply.
What about
My mom sends them to me. It's like, this happened. I go, do you know what was it? Lynchings, yeah.
Mm.
Do you know the biggest lynching in the United States was actually done by 11 Italians were killed in a lynching. It's the biggest one group lynching in American history. It wasn't black people. It
Wow.
was Italians. Well, some of us are very dark. My father looks like Charles Barkley, kind of.
Okay.
So he's Sicilian. So the biggest, like everyone was oppressed. The Irish were oppressed. I know you're joking and making a joke about it, but he's like, "Where's my reparations?" Charlie Kirk had a really great comment on that as well. They're like, "Well, do you know that the one particular group of people that take more money from the U.S. government are black people?
Mm-hmm.
So like mathematically speaking, you've already gotten it." And I'm
Right.
like, "Oh, Charlie Kirk."
No, they have.
Charlie Kirk is just like dropping truth bombs. And I'm just like, holy shit, I'm writing that down because I know I'm going to forget it because I've been working all summer and I can't write my politics stuff down. And we don't talk a lot about that here because we have people on staff that have different political views, and we're always welcome to like having that kind of safe space and dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a different opinion, you're not going to get like blown out for it. Like that's cool. That's fine. We have people part of the LGBTQIA plus community working with us. On, off camera, everywhere. So like, I'm at the point of view where we don't give a shit who you are as long as like you're part of the group in a good way, and we're good.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all good. But yeah, plus it's just a lot less work just to say, yeah, you're good. I don't care. It's like you're doing the work.
Give us
Okay.
a fucking.
Wow. You can find us on Kick, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter X or X, whatever the fuck that Elon's naming it this week. Instagram, Rumble, Facebook, Pony Express, and your sister's ass. We are everywhere. That QR code will give you all the links to where we are located and can be found. If you can't watch a 4-hour show, you can check out our YouTube clips or our TikTok clips there. If you don't like China, just do the YouTube clips because they all go to the same place at different times. China. It's China. So let's get to the topics,
Give
guys.
us a fucking.
See if I can make it to the next level.
Wow. Oh, Hemi's here.
There's
Get off my
Hemi
sister's ass,
with
it's
the
all mine. Wow.
fucking
Isn't
twisted ass
Hemi in Tennessee?
That sounds
Kentucky.
about right.
Kentucky.
Like it's funnier if he actually said it because he's got this like southern
Give
draw.
us a fucking.
Got
I
9
swear to
seconds,
God,
guys.
I'm going to Streamlabs to turn that off.
We got the next level.
Next level. Fatality.
And there's a
resubscribe.
resub from the
Thank
Hems.
you.
Weird she doesn't mind when I put them there.
That's hilarious.
What does that mean?
Because Hemi says,
Did you follow
get
the-
off my sister's ass, it's all mine. And then
Oh, okay.
Raven said,
Missing
weird,
the
she doesn't
dialogue.
mind when I put them there.
I'm telling you guys, I'm completely exhausted, so I'm trying my best here with the ADHD and learning disability not helping. All right, let's go to the first topic, shall we? Let Me Spy, going out of business. Okay.
So this is a good one.
Yeah, this is a
Oni.
very interesting story. I think everyone's going to like this story. Do you want to, let me tee it up for Hero to do it. Go ahead,
Oh,
Hero.
tee it up for Oni.
Oh, tee it up for Oni. Tee it up for Oni. Okay, Oni, go for it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Long story short, Let Me Spy was it still exists, is a Polish-based
Enough said.
programmer, developer of spyware. And so it would be downloaded or sent to, people you want to creep on. So what ended up happening was they announced that they're having to go out of business because, prepare yourselves, everybody, this is where it gets fucking hilarious. In June, they got hacked, and that hacker wiped their servers.
Wow.
So now they have nothing. So they have to go out of business, probably at the end of this month.
They have no inventory, is what you're telling us.
The irony of a spyware company, and now they are not the only spyware company. Do not kid yourself. They are but one in many, many, many in that sea, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But the irony of a hacker going in, wiping their servers so they can't operate anymore is hilarious because, you kind of like when you think of the CIA, we spy on everybody. We have so many spies everywhere, bugs everywhere. I mean, it's insane the amount of money and infrastructure America put through spying. Because if we're going to know something,
it's a violation.
we're going to know everything. We want to know. And yet they let the very people they should not be letting in right in the back door. So
606. What the fuck?
who did that?
It wasn't me this time.
That wasn't me. I said like 10 seconds.
Hero.
Hero actually only did 6
Okay,
seconds.
fine.
Yeah, you better not.
Back.
Oh,
He
God,
just
it's-
timed her out. Gothix. That was joking in the chat there.
I got you.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure if you have it up.
Give us a fucking.
A little bit different from last year is that we actually get tips now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
She
that's good.
said.
Yeah. It all goes
Golly.
to anybody who needs it and staff. So we do that, and we appreciate you for doing that. That was nice. But yeah, let Oni finish her statement, then we'll go around. We'll start with Gothix and then work our way around.
Well, I mean, I really don't know what else to really say aside from just how hilarious it is to me that someone who is so involved in making sure other people could be spied on, that they could learn, they could, collect all this information about different
Yeah.
people, and then I don't know how big this group was. Obviously, Let Me Spy is not going to want to admit to how big that was. It really
It's a
doesn't matter.
It's basically a hacking company, right?
Yeah,
A spyware company.
Yeah.
But the thing is that in a way, it's not exactly the same. But the fact that you are invading the code of something and being subversive about it, it's kind of shady. Definitely shady, especially in this day and age. So
shady. I don't think they made any.
So
sense of it.
hilarious that a hacker did them in. Whoever you are, tip my hat to you.
Do it again.
Thank you for getting me Soda's secret folders in there. I'm gonna be posting them as blackmail.
No.
Those dick pics that he tried to hide in that hidden folder that I found. So I have
was-
that. So
it was
we'll
a-
be posting that on on his OnlyFans.
No.
So was it Old Salty Balls?
Yes.
Is that your OnlyFans? Yeah.
That is, yes.
Okay. So wait, you got what? Like five men subscribing?
Probably.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for the hype train, everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you. Level 1 is better than nothing. We appreciate you. And
I don't think I have
9,000
enough
more
liquor
dollars
for
and we go to
this
South by
show.
Southwest and get a booth. Yeah. We've already been there twice. 2013, 2014, guys. And Gothix, if you ever go to a convention, don't get a 10 by 10. Get a 10 by 20 because it was very tiny.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
get the little bit bigger one. Yeah. That way you can have people on there and ask questions and they have enough room. just a little thing for you. But anyways, anyone's have opinion on this? Gothix, do you have an opinion on this?
I mean, I think it's ironic. If you presented this software or this service to me 20 years ago, I probably would have used it. I actually may have used similar things and sent it to people back when I was a little shit. But
There's a story there, I think.
there is lots of stories. I was very vindictive when I was younger. But it's funny. I mean, hey, they made it. They set the terms, so it's all good.
Yeah. Wow.
Fix the nameplate.
Nameplate's off. I already fixed it. Why to go
Wow.
back?
I can be the mariner. The mariner.
Mariner.
Is it mariner as like marinara? Is that what it is?
No, the mariner
No.
as in like the
Racist. Anyway.
sailor.
Oh, according to Great Gazoo, apparently the hacker actually downloaded the servers that they hacked while deleting it from Let Me Spy's servers.
Wow.
So whomever this hacker is has all their stuff.
Mm.
Ow.
So this will be fun. I mean, it could be. This is chaos. Look, I know I'm supposed to be on the side of the good guys, but I don't think anyone who really knows me well would say about that I'm actually on the side of the good guys. I'm on the side of whatever I deem as whatever side I want to be on.
Neutral,
So-
chaotic.
Neutral chaos.
Chaotic neutral is what they say. Although you could say lawful neutral. We'll see. Anyways,
I would probably argue chaotic good.
no, chaotic good would be like the paladin.
Awful good, perhaps, on that one.
Maybe, but either way. So whatever they do with this information, I guess we'll see. Sure would be funny if Let Me Spy winds up getting sued or something. That would be funny.
Mean, with everything
Well,
else that they've done, they probably
They're in
should.
Poland, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, what are they going to extradite everybody?
Right.
They're like mini
Not
Madoff in Bahamas.
necessarily, because there's international
Yeah.
litigation that can happen, and
It is.
that gets very convoluted and ugly quick.
Yeah, that's why, either there, Virgin Islands. That's why all those gambling. Remember those poker sites were all off state
Yeah.
thing. They were all in the Bahamas and all that place, and lost a lot of money there. And
Give us some fucking.
Oh Jesus!
now, Soda is cursing way too much tonight. I mean,
I haven't said shit.
he said, "Give me some effing."
Oh. Wait. Oh.
You're very. And it's like a lot. It's a typical Friday night for Soda lap dancing everybody on the bottom left hand corner of the spot.
I gotta say, I was loving Mariner's stream, but it was so hard not to cuss.
Oh yeah, he's very one of our friends, Mariner. He's G-rated, so it's really hard not to say fuck shit or anything like that, and like that's part of our normal vernacular. So it's really challenging. But we
Yeah,
like
Mojo.
Mariner so much, we actually really try to focus on our language.
I
Well,
think
that's
I-
good.
I think
He's a
I said
really
what the
sweet
fuck
guy.
once. I think I got what the fuck out once. That was
Yeah. You ever notice like the nice streamers, like the good people that stream never hit partner? Like we have like 5 or 6 people that we absolutely adore. And like there are people that are just like them that are not as half as talented, and they get their partners, and then like these people, like we try to push those small guys, you know, Gothix. I'm sure you do the same thing with everybody. That's why you're here, because we're like little shits.
Yeah, you are little shits.
Yeah, we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
We are not.
Stop.
I know, but like you're a talented one that actually made it. So we always love having you on. So thank you for your time on a Friday when you should be partying and having fun.
You know, first of all, I don't party. I do nothing. Might watch some Netflix. I don't know.
You do
But
what we do basically.
basically, I'm just a normal gal. But I will say, partnership is very overrated. You don't get nothing.
Really?
There's nothing. They'll like dangle some perks over you, like, oh yeah, come to this partner party at TwitchCon where no one speaks to you. So it's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm good.
I want to do it for these guys, because all these guys here, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these guys. So like people in the chat, the moderators, like all like, yeah, I do a lot of like pretty graphics and all that shit, but these guys really make everything happen for the team. Everybody you see here, the people, the Rogue, Badger does all our slides for us. That's Oni's twin, and she works her ass off. She goes to school. She works full time at her job, and then she does the slides on Fridays for us. She's amazing, and she's an amazing artist too, and she's getting so much better. She's doing her own comic.
Nice.
And she is like, everyone here is a workaholic, and everyone's work ethic here is so nice, and everyone's positive and picks everybody up for the most part, but we give each other shit too. So like we put people in check. Mostly I'm the one getting in check, but yeah, it's a positive atmosphere, which is why you came back. Thank you so much for coming back. And thank you so much for Raven for getting it all together. Personal note, never do this in summer again, because I'm very busy in the summer. I wanted to prep a lot more, but we threw it together very well, and everyone here is a fucking bulldog. They just like, I don't even have to ask, they just do it. So it's great. Except for Soda, he just makes fun of me all the time and makes me want to cry in my pillow. No, I'm just kidding.
Rip.
So something new. I don't think we did this last year.
We didn't go around the room.
Oh, yeah, that's right. See, told you're tired. I don't have an opinion. I pass. But Hero, what's your opinion?
So
30
I
seconds left.
did some quick looking. Apparently, they had over 13,400 location data points for several thousands of victims.
Wow.
Most of the location data points were centered over population hotspots, suggesting that the majority of the victims are located in the United States, India, and West
Shocker.
Africa. The database was nuked.
And the captain, no.
and if they did it right, yes, a little insider industry information. If they did it right, they didn't just infect the data servers, they also infected the backup servers.
Thank you, Rogue Raven. We love you.
If they infected the backup servers and wiped the backup servers, then they are well and truly forked, if you will.
Giggity.
They are definitely done. It is absolutely hilarious to me that there was somebody out there that had the wherewithal to go after the people that were stealing people's private information and selling it for profit.
Nice.
I love that we see ethical hackers now. Like they're actually becoming pretty popular on YouTube. I was watching like a 2-hour special on a guy that goes after, like child porn and all them guys. And I'm just like, that's fucking amazing. And this dude is like the dorkiest dude you ever seen.
I
Oh
thought you
my
were
God.
talking about that other guy who knocks those guys out in India.
Oh, I watched
No.
those.
Oh,
Those are
I've
so
seen
great,
that
aren't
guy
they?
too.
Mm.
There's two of them that I know of.
So addicted to that.
Two of them that I know of that do that. One guy actually hacked a company that was like Let Me Spy. Actually, no, it wasn't the company that was like Let Me Spy. It was one of the companies that did the extended car warranties, where they call from India and they're just trying to get all the private information, and they.
Hello, would you like to add extended warranty on your Tesla? We would. Hi, my name is Robert. Bullshit, your name is Robert Bosch.
Hijab. But
Hey, I don't know what you're doing. Good golly gosh. Do you want it or not, sir? What is wrong with you?
You got to pay with Target gift cards though.
the Target gift
Yep,
cards.
that's logical. Makes sense.
The guy there's two guys.
goes.
One guy that went and he hacked the company over in India that was doing that. He
Yeah.
hacked their camera systems
Yeah, that's
and was
the one.
talking
Seen that.
to one of the dudes, and he was like, "Hey, so where are you located at? I am located in San Francisco on blah blah blah." blah. And he's like, "No,
on Market Street.
you're in
We can all do the
India.
accent. That's so
I could
racist.
see you right now." And you just called your manager over, and they were like shitting their pants. Like, how's this
It's
guy
like-
seeing us moving?
That's a nice white shirt you have. Where did you get that from? Hugo Boss? They're like, I don't know what they're talking about. It's like, Ronnie? That's not my name. My
Yeah.
name is Robert. I'm like, no, Ron. Like, I have your name in front of you. I love it when they steal the money back from them. Like, he's like, you just took 4,000 out. It's like, and he's like doing this like old voice. It's like, I'm sorry. I think I took 4,000 out. And they're like, no, please give it back. Give it back. I'm there just fucking rolling. I don't know if it's real or not, but it's great.
So the one guy that like hacked
Savior
the
does
cameras
that.
and everything, the guy that hacked the cameras and everying, that
Yeah.
guy, he was working with the FBI and international
It's
law
amazing.
enforcement to lynch those guys.
Like that's awesome. I love that.
But
With the guys who steal mortgages from old people and stuff.
yeah,
Those are the next
there was
people.
another guy
Oh,
that I watched.
fuckers.
He'll get on camera on his videos and he'll just live stream everything he's doing. Like the people will call in and he'll let them hack into this virtual machine that's not that doesn't really have anything there, and
Right.
he'll sit on the phone with like a voice changer, like grandma's voice, wear a wig and everything.
What you want my social
Yep.
security number?
Watch your mouth, young man.
I gotta get the voice down for like that girl does the voice of a dude and then like she switches over. It's like, oh, you talking to my boyfriend? She has the same setup as me, but like I gotta do those on Omegle. Like those are great, but you can't record those live because Omegle like
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
like, flying dicks everywhere.
Yeah.
But like Soda knows that because she's part of that community. But
Wow.
Oh my god.
I told you I swapped over
really.
to selling my semen to strangers in casino
Wow.
parking lots.
Oh my god, he's just more into NI than that. He's walking around with a turkey baster and shit.
Ew.
Oh my god.
That was-
what the fuck?
Yeah, that was part of one of the stories from the parking lot, like of a casino. I'm like, what in the hell am I watching? Like,
Yeah, those are gross.
like what did people do? I mean,
What are those places? Yeah, it's worse now. It's crazy.
I understand because the price, but good lord, like meeting a stranger in a
Man,
parking
inflation's
lot.
killing everybody, bro. Saying.
It's just-
So
It's the price of
Soda
semen
did
going
share
up.
that video with you.
I did not, but he obviously seemed to.
Here, I have
watch
the
it.
link right now. I'll put it in I'll put it in the Zoom chat for you.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. I don't have it. And you guys actually believe it. You guys are sick. You're sick. And then Tyrion, that's like, oh my god, oh my fucking god, seriously, Chief. He's gonna mute me for 10 seconds. Anyways, but I think Savior does ethical hacking or he does cybersecurity. Something. There's a lot of
So-
money in that.
There is.
Oh, yeah,
that
that guy-
is. Hi. I am.
Yeah, you do IT
Yeah.
though. That don't count.
It's the same fucking thing, jackass.
So what you're saying is that you're rich.
Oh, here we go again.
Can I have
Yeah.
money?
He's
Right?
got money. Hero's got fuck you money. He's just here just for.
I
just to
wish
do
I
it.
had fucking money.
He's like, That's why he doesn't really care about partner as much as I do. He's like, I already have that money. I have an army of Teslas. Can you just see him on the top of 2 of them using them as water skis, like down the highway?
What am I, Elon Musk now? No, that's something that Mark Zuckerberg would do.
Zucker nerd. But yeah, I'm glad they went under.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it was in Poland.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Suck that, Poland.
Cybersecurity. That's like a fraction of what I do, but
yeah, I'm just teasing you. Don't cancel me.
I might be able to manage that. I just gotta figure out the.
I'm like Kid Rock.
I gotta figure out the Twitter API now. Wait, no.
Let me get my Bud Light. Hold
API. But you gotta pay for that now.
It's not Bud Light. I drink fat-free water. It's gluten-free.
Gluten-free water.
Gluten-free water. She's like, oh my God, I'm never coming back. I said that before. But...
This is the same way it went last time. You cracked all these jokes and she just shook her head.
Yep.
I don't know if I should laugh.
Oh, you got mute him out too.
Uh-oh.
Who's that? Me?
Yeah.
Hey, Chief Mutamouth? All right, well, someone else do the read then. Fuck you guys.
Today's trivia is, what is Blacklight Oni's favorite color? Is it A, teal, B, black,
black,
or C, scarlet?
Black.
That's a good choice.
It's in the name.
I thought you were going to go the race angle here for a second. So if y'all want to find out that answer, you need to hang out till later in the show.
He tried to do mixed colors. I'm like, no, you can't do that. You can't do single color.
Black and red is a good combo of colors. That's actually my favorite color combination.
Black goes with everything.
Well, black
fits
in every color scheme.
But didn't you know I like to I like to do things simply? It's a very simple combination.
Black and white you can add with any color scheme.
Gotta keep it simple. Thank you for the poll, Tear Death.
I will not vote in it because that would be cheating, obviously.
Wouldn't it though?
I know her sister's favorite color, but I don't know. But I'm guessing black too.
Oh jeez. So I will
Cartoon Network. Our childhood.
Unless Oni, do you want to run with this one? Because I don't care either way.
No, please. I already took one.
All right. So the news here, and it's technically old news, but it's something that didn't really hit the media cycle until a little bit ago, like this past week. I want to say it was either back in May or March. Officially, Cartoon Network's headquarters buildings shut down. They have been working 100% remotely.
Damn.
And it is it is funny, maybe not so funny as some people have a lot of memories there. I know I have a lot of memories with Cartoon Network back when they were actually
Dexter's
good.
Laboratory.
Yes.
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
Oh my God.
The whole network started with the purchase of the Hanna-Barbera library. That's how they actually started Cartoon Network. A little bit of animation history from Professor Chieftain there. But I teach animation history, so that's one of those little nooks and crannies. Go ahead, Hera.
But they are owned anyways, whole cloth by Warner Brothers. So my prediction, about a year or so ago when this purchase went through for Cartoon Network, well, it was longer back than that, but my prediction was that Cartoon Network was going to end up just a brand label / tab on HBO Max back before they changed their name stupidly to Max.
Yeah, it's
rename it to
confusing with
HBO.
Cinemax, right?
Why wouldn't they just name it HBO? I mean, the brand recognition, hello? I know I'm not very business savvy, but that just seems stupid.
Yeah, it's a silly move, but
I don't think anybody gets
they have the
one.
money, we don't.
Yeah. Yes, Toonami. Oh my God, there's so many cartoons on that I grew up with.
Yeah, Toonami is a a warning light for me to switch it to the West Coast feed.
Oh,
So
that's
that way I
because
can-
you don't know what's good. But
Yeah,
we have
well, I
accepted you like
watch-
that a long
I
time
watch
ago.
King of the Hill and all that stuff. Like I don't like any cartoons that are deep. If I want to watch cartoons with a real storyline, anime is really good for that. But I want to see, like, I don't know, Peter like eating 12 cheeseburgers, having a heart attack and a stroke, and walking around like walking around like he's a stroke victim. That to me is funny. And then he goes back to the stem cell place he comes out. It's like, why isn't this legal? He walks out, he's like perfectly fine. Like shit like that is funny. Like that I just like. I don't at night I'm trying to get to sleep. I don't want to see a deep story, but Toonami is, people love it though. It's like a huge thing. So
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, Eric July, freaking Yellow Flash 2. You got all these guys on YouTube talking about why the, Japanese culture is coming over and just destroying everything America right now.
yeah. There's
But-
a lot of kids here in the United States that want to do 2D. So I'm like, what I'm teaching animation, like every kid wants to do 2D animation now, and like half of them are anime fans. So like they want to do that here. So that influence is coming here, and not so much like drawing 2D, but as far as the gender's concerned, it's now switching from a male-dominated job market to female. In the school I used to be, it's 50-50 women now, almost 65, 35 men with animation. So you're getting a lot of female influence in the States here that are doing the anime style here in the States. So it's a giant influence here, Hero, just like on the education level.
Oh, I already know.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Good. I shouldn't have said anything then. I already knew.
I already know, but just because I know doesn't mean our guests know.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
But I mean, I'm just throwing out the news topic out there. This has been out like going on since like March, May is when this happened. And like I said, for some reason it just hit the news cycle, like started actually gaining momentum. And I think that bodes ill for Cartoon Network. Within, I'd say 6 months to a year, we're going to hear about Cartoon Network being actually absorbed into the fold of Warner Brothers. And then they're going to start talking about, what do they call it? Too many duplicate functions, and they're going to cut a bunch of people out and lay them off and shit like that.
And, like, because the
redundancies. That's what
redundancies. Yeah. Soda, how do you feel about this?
Well, I mean, going completely remote, we teach remotely, and
Right.
I think a lot of companies just realize they can do it now and pay people half the money, to do it sitting at home. And it's kind of just the way I think everything's going to go in the next maybe 10 years. So I can't say I'm like against it because we do it, but
Right.
the people are probably going to lose their jobs, and more people, they're like, oh, you work at home, you can do more work, kind of like they
I
do
work
us.
on a video game from my house.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
VR game. I did that from my house.
we teach college, so like
Yeah.
high school's going online, and pretty soon it'll be, all the way down and all the way up. And I mean, what can you say about it? Like,
And they wonder why kids are socially awkward because they're not interacting with other kids.
exactly.
Like there's what 7 billion, 9 billion people in the world, and they did a study that people are the most lonely they ever been. Yeah, get the fuck away from your computer and go touch grass.
I mean, I can say, I'm kind of like that. That's what happened to me, because I was always outside, always playing sports, always doing something, and then the internet came along. It's like, oh, I don't have to go outside
He
anymore.
discovered porn. And he never left his room.
Yeah, that's the video games were
Like
evil.
Chatterbait. Oh boy.
Chatterbait wasn't even around when I was.
Oni, how do you feel? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Soda. Go ahead, finish your
No,
thought,
I was
sir.
just going to say I'm glad Chatterbait wasn't around when I was a kid. That's all I got.
You never would have left your house.
He'd be like Quagmire. He had like this really big, strong bicep arm, and then the other one would be like skinny. He's like, what day is it? Like, walk out.
Sadly, that's a lot of kids nowadays. That's like,
Yeah, they
But-
don't like my cousins, my nephews play lots of sports and MMA and all that stuff, and they do all that stuff, and they're not allowed to play video games or VR because my brother likes to abuse them and not expose them to technology. But it's a complete opposite thing. It was like, yeah, so you're choking kids out. That's a good lesson to learn.
I was
But
surprised to see the kids actually do MMA. Like they actually broadcast kids. I'm like, what?
but those kids are actually punching each other.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
my nephew is only 8. He does holds.
Oh,
Like they just do holds and stuff. They're not allowed to punch yet.
no. Yeah. The
But
ones
he's
I was
8,
watching,
and, like,
yeah. He was
there
throwing
was
dude in a
this-
triangle and he's like 9 years old. Like, holy
Right?
shit.
My nephew does that. Like they're at my younger nephew's soccer game, and this other kid was being a bully to this other child off on the side, and my nephew goes, oh, he's like, stop picking on him. That's not right. And and the kid started picking on him, and he put him into a choke and like had him on the ground crying. And my a little bit of background, Gothix. My brother used to be a bouncer too. But, but he's like a project manager, and like he's got a master's degree in project and business management. It's like he's like super smart.
Nice.
And like the father comes up to him, and my brother's pretty grizzled, so he's not like me. He's like built like a real man. But
Wow.
Jesus.
he goes out, he's like, hey, your son choked out my son. He's like, you know what, dude, just separate him. I'm watching my other son play, leave me alone. And the guy was just like, what the fuck? And like he just like just separate him. He's good. And my nephew was crying, but there's like, no, that's good, Cade. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to stand up for people. I go, you didn't do anything wrong there. You didn't get bullied. You bullied the bully, and now he's not going to pick on that kid anymore. So you did something to defend someone else, and that's actually an admirable trait. And he's like, and I told him that. I sat him down and go, it's like, you shouldn't start it, but make sure as hell you're going to finish it. That's what I was always told. There's always, like Mike Tyson always said, there's always a plan till you get punched in the mouth. So
That's like the old adage that we said in the military. A plan
it's a
never,
New York thing. I'm from New York.
A plan
so-
never survives first contact.
Right. Oni, how do you feel about this?
Uh-oh.
I know
Oh.
why they're doing it.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that the quality will improve or stay the same, because anytime you're working on a job like this where it's a collaborative field,
Mhm.
being in person, reading the body language, being in the physical presence of others does something.
Yeah.
It's almost like a ritual. Something happens when you enter a space with other people with the same goal, and it's like that chemical X kind of thing. You know, you can have all these different formulas ready with everything, but then there's that human element that just makes everything just a little bit better. The thing is that my workplace has some folks who do remote work, whether that's because they live in a different part of the state or because they work from home and they come back and they drop things off, take more work to take home. It works for them, but there is a challenge to that. Namely, communication becomes really difficult when they're a little more difficult to get a hold of and they're not just in the building where you can go tap them on the shoulder. So when you're trying to create this one thing, whether it's a costume or it's an image, having to communicate outside of the workplace is difficult. So as reclusive as I am and as much of a people person I am not, being able to read people's body language is still very important to me. That's
Yes,
how I
yes,
get
good
my
point.
information. So
Mhm.
not being able to read that body language, not being able to communicate with them as fast as I need to or would like to, can really slow me down. And it has caused a
Welcome
few
back,
hiccups.
Mariner.
Hello.
By the way,
Um,
Deep Dive Gaming is whose name you were stealing earlier, Gothix.
He's a very nice man. Very nice guy. He kind of looks like Tony Hawk.
You should see that
Mhm.
clip.
That's hilarious.
Uh,
Go ahead.
not being able to communicate in real time does slow us down, and it has caused a few concerns, moments of slight discomfort. Things turned out okay still, but having to work with that as an obstacle instead of as an advantage is something we have to take into consideration. And the fact that with animation, it is not just a singular person working on it. As much as everyone likes to think it is, it's not.
And we don't make a lot of money doing that either. That's a myth. That's
So
why they're trying to unionize that.
So I think it's going to cause more problems than I think we even know about yet, that we can even foresee. Because yes, I do think it's very possible and very likely that there will be a merger, that Cartoon Network will cease to exist as we know it. But they will try to cheapen the jobs of an already flooded market of animators, which will only screw them over even more. So either animators will have to figure out a way to make the field play in their favor, or they will have to adapt to an already overburdened market.
Yeah.
And neither way sounds very comfortable. Neither way is going to go well, especially because I don't even know how the SAG-AFTRA bargains went today. I know they were supposed to have talks. Don't know if it went well.
So I kind of want to touch
doubt it.
on. I kind of want to touch on that a little bit before we move on to the next topic. But Oni,
The
please.
Gothix, I'm sure, has an opinion on this.
Yeah, please finish your thought, Oni, and then we can jump over to Gothix.
No, that was it. That was it.
Okay.
My opinion is that I had no idea Cartoon Network was still a thing.
Barely.
Yeah.
And
Barely,
yeah, I grew up watching the same stuff like you guys mentioned, Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, things like that.
I
Yeah.
managed
So-
to grab that whole library of Courage the Cowardly Dog for my wife fairly recently.
Yeah, I mean it's great, and the thing is like all of that stuff is available online anyway. So like with them working from home, I don't. It to me it reeks of just dissolving the company entirely, which that's a shame, but shit happens.
That's my night routine. I put on Cartoon Network and I set my timer for like 30 minutes. I watch it and I fall asleep to whatever's on. So that's kind of like, it used to be like Howard Stern was on E. I put it on 11 o'clock. I know Hero hates Howard Stern, and I understand why.
I said I hated him.
Well, not hate, but like his. I got hate's a strong word, but like you're describing how like he acts on certain things and how like he's
I think
kind of brainwashed by the New York Times. And,
I feel like he is fallen off of where he was. He used to be a huge pinnacle
well,
of
he
shock
doesn't have
jockery,
lesbian
but
date night anymore. I mean, he doesn't do
Yeah.
that shit anymore, which was entertaining. Now, like he's entertaining in different ways, but he's on Sirius, and I still not working. Like I'm supposed to. I get it if he gets like too political. I'm like, you're just getting me fucking triggered, and you're an idiot because you only listen to half of a fucking story, and I can't deal with stupid people anymore. So I just like I can't deal with idiots that drive like morons or people that can't listen to both sides and have their own opinion dictated to them, like fucking Joseph Stalin, like on CNN. You know, just listen to everything and make your own opinion. And he doesn't do that anymore. And like all his little fucking minions there, like they start like
they're all yes men.
talk to Tom Brady about like dating that Russian model or something that's soft. Don't go into politics because I'll be watching, I'll listening to another channel. But he was part of my nightly thing back on E, or Wild on E with Brooke Burke was on there, and I loved her. So like that was the Cartoon Network is part of my like bed routine to get this sleep because I have sleeping problems. But yeah, take a trip down memory lane. Speaking of that, this
So-
actually, we're all done with this topic, right?
Yes, but
All right. Did you want to?
I wanted to kind of caveat that to another quick topic because Oni had mentioned
use
the,
that word
the
right.
strikes. You always
Just
say I
kidding.
never use it right, but whatever.
Go ahead. Go
but-
ahead with the strikes. Yeah.
But she was talking about the strikes, and I don't remember if it was in our Discord that we talked about it or if it was last week or a week before, because strikes have been going on for well over 100 days at this point. And pretty much the everyday person doesn't give a flying fuck about Hollywood strikes.
True.
But there was something that Oni had mentioned about the what was it, the A25 studio? Was that it?
A24.
824. Oni, and I'm not trying to take a dig at you. I'm trying to, I want to point something out because it was mentioned that A24 apparently had agreed to the terms that SAG-AFTRA and the writers all were setting up. That made me jump for about half a second.
Yeah,
Wrong
take a dig
button.
at her psycho theme. Get it? Okay.
They apparently had agreed to those terms, and that's why the Writers
okay.
Guild had allowed a bunch of actors and writers to go work for A24, and they gave them waivers and everything. My thought on that, since that was brought up by numerous people, like a bunch of people are like, why are all these people, why did they have to go down to the picket line? Why did they have to not work? But
Move to Texas.
this small group
Whoa.
of people is allowed to go work still with this independent studio. Like, why do we have to go without? Why do we have to go hungry? But these people get to go work? Because I actually looked at the list of these people that are not these people, but a list
Act
of
like
movies that were being made by A24,
Mhm.
and they are not small titles. And the names
No.
tied to all those movies, there was over, I think, 100+ movies that are being worked on, and there's
Yeah.
another 100 or so shows that are being worked on. And the vast, and I mean vast majority of people working on those titles are A-list celebrities. No small number of them were Oscar winners and like
Yeah.
big names. And it's like, so wait a minute. The little guy over here is suffering. Meanwhile, somebody like not necessarily the likes of fucking Tom Cruise, but like I'm talking pretty close to that level. They're over there fucking working. We're talking
Right.
about people that are already millionaires. And not only that, but what's going to happen with these projects once they're done being made? I guarantee you that they're going to end up on places like Netflix. So the studios that
Mhm.
are being struck right now are still going to get content.
Oh yeah.
And
A
I'm just
lot
of
of
the
the-
opinion on this topic for the strikes and stuff. I just say let them fight. Let them Highlander. I don't fucking care about rich bitch
Alright.
problems.
I have the last one.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
just
A lot
like,
of
and
that
not only
stuff.
that, like there are some things that the writers are striking about that I'm like, okay, you got a point there, like royalties and all that, fair pay for streaming service, because the streaming services shouldn't be a way to be a loophole to get around home video clauses in contracts. Poor
Yeah.
Bill Nye. Bill Nye's a psychopath, but still, I think that's bullshit. But
It's just a joke that actors get paid $20 million and then anyone else that's underneath them. Ang Lee had this with you guys remember the first Hulk movie, the bad one that Ang Lee did? He made a comment. He didn't make a comment about the writers, but he made a comment about the animators. Like, these guys get paid too much money to do too little work. And I'm like, you want to get kicked in your nuts, bro? I go, why do you think your stuff looks so fucking good? It's because of people like us. Like,
Mhm.
you have it was incredibly insulting. And at the same time, I feel that they shouldn't get royalties. You're getting paid a lot of money to write on a piece of paper. You're getting a lot. Like my LA rate is $95 an hour. That's my LA rate. Their rate is around my rate. You're telling me you can't survive on $200,000 a year in Los Angeles? Yes, you can.
I
But you
question
always
that.
overshoot for what you want, and then you negotiate. So I understand they're overshooting, and then they're going to have something in the middle, which I'm fine with. I'm okay.
That makes a lot of sense, but like my problem is a lot of my problem is mostly what you're saying there is like $20 million
Right.
for
fucking
what?
Tom Cruise to jump off a cliff that's all green screened. Get fucked.
Yeah,
You're a
$20 million
fucking
and this guy is getting paid bank. Half of this fucking production's budget is going to this goddamn actor.
Yeah, like you're reading words on a fucking piece. I took a year of acting. It's not hard.
I don't know.
fucking teach
Depends
it.
on who you are.
A person with
Kirsten
mental
Stewart much?
yeah, a person
Damn.
with like mental deficiencies can act. I mean, anyone can really act. It's not hard. Like, read what's on the paper, emote what you have to emote, and time and breathe. That's it.
If you know how to emote.
I can actually I can actually teach. I actually teach acting in 8 weeks, and I can get anyone to act, even an introvert. It's not hard. It's not a skill that you need to do 4 years at Juilliard out. I'm sorry, unpopular opinion, but
I've said enough, and I think I've made my point.
yeah, me too. And I said I wasn't going to
Gothix.
talk too much, and I did anyway. But,
It's your show.
I want you to talk.
It's our show, but
I don't got no opinion other than welp.
Yeah.
Let them fight.
Let them fight.
Yeah.
I mean, with the writers thing, I don't like the idea of, like, to me, it's like, okay, why are you going to protest? Like, I get that you want royalties and all that stuff, but in my mind, it's like, you're still not really entitled to anything. Is the way that I look at it. It's like it's like when people complain about minimum wage. Oh, we got to raise the minimum wage. Well, make your own company. You know what I mean? Like, make your own studio. Then you don't have to worry about all this union crap.
Right.
Well, there's more too. Like, they want way more than just more pay and royalties. They also want to keep their freaking 20-person writers' rooms and diversity quotas and shit like that. That's like, as soon as they started talking about shit like that, I was like, nah, you lost me. And then they started saying that people that were influencers and content creators, if they started talking bad about the strikes, that they would get blacklisted from the guilds.
I'm already blacklisted.
I'm like, why are you trying to blacklist us and control what we on YouTube, Twitch, and all these other places say about your dumbass decisions? You fuckers decided to join a goddamn union that gets to dictate when you fucking work for a living.
I have a lot of friends that are working in the industry, and they're not politically lined up with the unions as well. Like, so much so, I got a message on Discord. It's like, hey, do you have TDS, Joe? I'm like, actually, the complete opposite. I don't. I can actually think for myself. He's like, okay. He pulls me into this Discord, and there's all these senior level Disney guys, Sony Pictures, like, you name it, like every dude that's like, yeah, like, we're like, we have to go through all this stupid brainwash diversity training, but this is how we really think. And you would be surprised, because if you came out as a certain political thing, you are blacklisted in that industry. And like, he's like, he pulled me in. He's like, yeah, I just wanted to make sure, just in case, because if someone finds out, then we can get fired where we are. So, and this guy, like, he's worked on like a lot of big things. He's worked on Hotel Transylvania, like 1, 2, and 3. He's worked as a Disney soup. I'm like, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's worked on a lot of different stuff. And he's like, one of those guys
him
that
it's me. It's okay.
This guy literally saved my life. Like, he saved my life. Like, I was like not suicidal, but chronically depressed. Like, I couldn't walk because of my back. He's like, dude, they told me to, like, he's like, religious guy, but doesn't force it on you. Like, really wholesome, nice guy. It's not like he's hands off on stuff. Very cool. And you'd be amazed about like how many there are that are not for the union, but you can't say it publicly.
Yeah,
otherwise you're done. You got
think...
families to feed. You got to put food on the table and that sort of thing.
That makes me think of like the original Freemasons and like secret societies and shit. I mean, original Freemasons.
Yeah, but like you guys would be amazed. Voice is cracking. Is it cracking?
He just told you to hydrate.
Oh. I think he was implying that you were talking too much.
Yeah, probably.
Soda produced 2 girls. Wow, Emmy, come on now.
God,
I did not do. I can't take credit for 2 girls, 1 cup.
That's what that Polish company hacked from the system.
Yeah, they stole it.
Anyways,
oh my god.
I
Soda,
can mention
you got
something worse
anything?
in the chat if you want.
Oh god.
Oh god, no.
Soda, you got anything on this one?
I'm kind of like everybody else. Like,
Fuck 'em.
well, I mean, I think unions are not a bad thing. In fact, me and Joe's case, Chiefs' case.
Everyone knows my real name anyway.
We always talk about, like, why don't we have this for college teachers? Because we get shafted.
Yeah, adjuncts get really.
We don't get vacation. We get no insurance. We want just minimal shit that they already have, and they're just wanting more and more. And we just want, we just want to be We just want insurance.
No,
90% of
don't
the
do it,
time.
Oni. Don't fucking do it, Oni. No, no. Oh, she did it.
No. She mentioned blue waffle, really?
I don't even know what that is.
God. Welcome to hell.
Well, that's Oni
We
for
got a
you.
new T-shirt to send Gothix. So
Oh,
welcome to
please
hell.
no. So you were
glad
gonna
you
send
got
me
the
a
shirt.
shirt of blue waffle.
Oh God, no.
I never Googled that shit because I'm not that stupid.
Yeah,
No.
don't do
I
it.
can't remember which shirt we sent
Sure.
you, but I'm glad you're using it, Miss
Yeah,
You did
I'm.
get
That's
her
my
shirt,
workout
guys.
shirt.
Nice.
There's a segment on that later. Don't blow your load yet, Chieftain.
Too late.
Whoa.
Oh God.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I'm not 100% against unions. I'll full disclose that, but
there's good and bad.
I think that there is a lot wrong with them. I think that it's a very, you know what? I'm gonna steal a line from Eric July. It's a very socialist, communistic concept.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
think
is.
that there is so very much wrong with it, and they can be a good thing, but just like many things in the modern era, it's lost its meaning, and it is used for something completely nefarious now.
Wasn't the car company the one that had like guys making like screws and nuts for like $50 an hour when it should be like a $15 hour job? Like,
I mean, yeah.
And that drives up the price of cars, which bucks the economy. So I mean, there is both sides to the story.
Yeah.
Don't forget to donate so Chieftain can get his new Jeep 4xe Rubicon.
Now, before we drag on
Maybe it
too
won't
long,
rust out.
No, God.
Right?
Like
Before we drag
Yeah,
on too long, Oni,
she's
what's
right.
your take on this?
On which one?
Well, the unions, because you mentioned about
don't
the
we have a
Cartoon
slide?
Network. I'm talking about, and then I brought up the writer strike and everything, and I kind of figured you might have
Okay,
some opinion.
Technically, with what I went to school for, if I were to be working the same jobs as them, I would have had to have joined the union, more than likely. I have no problem with anyone who wants to be in a union. That is your choice. That is your lifestyle. I will not get in the way of someone putting food on their table. That is absolutely not my fucking business. The concerns I have are, of course, who runs the unions. I'm very much I want to know the faces of the people who are paying me. I want to have control of being able to speak to them. I don't like being shuffled around into a group saying you have to align with us or you're going to be shunned. I respect the history of unions, absolutely. I think they did have absolutely very, very good reasons for existing. And back in the day, it was a very big honor to be part of a union because it meant something. But when it comes to these more creative fields, in a way, it seems like it's more of a cover for them to have legitimacy instead of as a way to prove their quality and their worth. And with everything going on in Hollywood right now, especially because everyone knows Hollywood is so fake, it's all just a veneer. We know it's fake. It's hard to see what is or is not a facade anyways. So actually, Mojo, from what I heard, I don't know if you're being sarcastic, so I apologize. Unions were started because, let's just say, workers' laws in America weren't that great at the start, especially after the Industrial Revolution really kicked off. So having regulations regarding workplace safety, standards,
same thing,
hours, age, because child labor was still a thing. What was or was not allowed regarding sanitation, especially in the food industry, like butcher shops, that was a huge problem. And so unions, what I heard is that unions were created to try to give workers rights instead of just being squashed by major corporations at that time. And as a way to,
Racist.
What?
I'm just kidding.
They're talking about
back.
mafia in the chat.
So, but I'm sure the mafia probably had something to do with it. Okay, let's be real here.
Two great uncles that were wise guys. So
The
Sauce
the
Bros.
mafia were very good business.
I'm sorry,
people,
that sounds so funny to hear that out loud.
Go ahead, Oni. Sorry.
No, so when it comes to the unions, I'm always interested to see how this goes. But what always seems to get to me is that about a year ago, the production designers union or guild wanted to strike. They said they were going to strike, but then they reached an agreement before they actually could. But the thing is that costume designers, I know for sure, don't get credit or royalties for works that get turned into merchandise. So I find it very interesting that animators will strike, that writers will strike, that actors will strike, but production design, I've never really heard of instances of them really going on strike. They'll stand with the other unions, but they won't actually strike. And they're the ones that are actually creating these sets, these costumes, the makeup, the props, the things that help the world be a world as we know it. So I always find that very interesting. So I mean, I hope people can start feeding their families again, because I would hate for them to
Get the fuck out
have.
of California is what they need to fucking do.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but here's the
go
thing.
to Arizona. What's that?
They probably don't want to have to uproot their entire lives to go to a different field, because obviously we know movie
Texas
theaters.
is the next new Hollywood. So
Yeah, well, Atlanta's been trying to make that happen for a while too, but change is hard, and people don't want to just uproot their entire lives, don't want to learn another job, and some of them may not have the skills for other jobs. And I don't say that to be mean. I'm just saying that as
have to learn another skill, because all that stuff is all over the country.
Well, there's a lot of merit to that.
Indeed, literally, they're everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. However, does not mean you'll get that job. Does not mean you will have the skill set required. What I do, I can't do a lot of things because I don't have the skills necessary.
Right.
Or I don't want to be yanked around starting over all the time. Some people have the energy for that. I don't have the patience. I need stability.
That was my first 15 years in the industry. That's the way contract works.
But that's the thing.
As animators, you don't have that choice.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But
probably
with my work,
job is different. Yeah.
Yeah, because I decided to not take a left turn, but more of work parallel to it. So yes, what I do is technically costume design, but it's just different enough where I can still see the same playing field, but I'm technically in a different ballpark.
Gotcha.
So, but that's the thing, is I've always been like that. It's all
Understood.
for me. It's always, what can I transfer over? What can I make work in other ways? What can I adapt with? Some people don't have that field of interest, don't want to do that. It's not a skill set or a talent everybody has. And I'm very aware of that. So I do empathize deeply with that.
Sure.
But at the same time, there has to come a point at which you go, is this even sustainable? Is it worth it at this point? Or do I just need to bite the bullet and start somewhere new? Because you know what? Theater's probably going to be making a bigger comeback than Hollywood.
Oh, no doubt. In fact, I will make a bold face
lie.
No prediction. I'll make a very bold prediction. I think on the other side of this strike, we're going to see a Hollywood that has cleaned up and maybe not really wised up, because none of them seem to be very smart.
Your opinion is wrong. It's never going to change.
But what I
I'm just
really
kidding.
think might happen is I think the studios hold the bargaining chips right now, despite the fact that they're losing hand over fist due to lack of content. I think they hold the bargaining chips. I think that they're going to start circumventing unions,
AI is going to hold the chips here soon.
and I think
Right.
AI is going to
So
have a lot to
basically,
do
your
with
brothers and sisters.
right.
Bottom
Yes,
it.
we have our own union.
But I think
It's
we've
the AI
also
it's the
we
AI
probably
Actors
also need to
Anonymous.
move on.
Yeah,
I've
that'll
dragged
work.
this out a little too much. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Never
We didn't have
happened.
a slide for it. Let's talk about it anyway, out of order. So let's. And then you say, "Don't do that topic," and then you're already going out of order with the union topic.
Well, the union topic wasn't even in there.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay. It felt like it was. This is a sad story. Speaking of Cartoon Network and King of the Hill here. Rest in peace, Johnny Hardwick, the voice of Dale Gribble. Wow, I pulled it out of my ass. It wasn't even in the notes. Dale Gribble from King of the Hill.
Yeah.
And the conspiracy
My
theorist
wife is
from-
saying hi.
Oh, okay. Aw.
Fresh out of the gym.
She looks like a professional wrestler
Jeez, look
now.
at those
She looks
guns.
amazing.
Damn,
Look at those goons.
They're looking good.
Come in. You need to show those off.
Let me drag the child off.
She needs a license for those.
Welcome to the
Tell-
gun
tell-
show. Look out,
Tell
look
them
out for
about
Rhea
your
Ripley, man.
progress.
My progress?
Yes, your progress.
I keep on hitting that wrong button.
Oh, I have muscles now.
I have muscles now.
I have muscle. That's a muscle. It's coming in.
Of course you have
Nice.
muscle.
Shit. I went from 270 down to 197.
Damn.
Good for you.
Holy shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Looks like our daughter's gonna grab her.
We actually, Hero and myself were doing a weight loss challenge, but she's kicking all our butts.
Just a little
Mm.
bit.
She's doing very well. Yeah,
A little
she's
bit.
taking us to school. Take me to church.
might have something to do with the VA,
Yeah.
Right.
but that's a whole different story for another day. Anyways, I'm
So,
sorry. Go ahead.
Talented people need to stop dying. This always happens in threes. We had Pee Wee Herman last week. We have Johnny Hardwick this week. Next week, what's the death pool over under for next week? Michelle, I'm gonna take Michelle McCarthy. Heart attack. Anybody else?
Whoa.
Please no.
That's
Please
fucked
no.
up, man.
It's too dark.
Why can't it be a politician? Seriously, let it be a
Bernie
Not
Sanders?
for lack of
Can we-
trying on their end. Not for lack of trying. Have you seen some of the
I love Michelle McCarthy. By the
news
way.
report?
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard about? Yeah, I just saw this. Bernie Sanders distributed his presidential campaign funds to his family, which any other person would be illegal. But he
Little bit.
distributed like hundreds of thousands of dollars to his wife, to his kids, and to immediate family members from his presidential campaign in 2020.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that was
but
awesome.
but isn't he living by his philosophy of socialism?
I mean, yes,
Equally distributing the
but
wealth to his family, not
Yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else. But
I
yeah.
mean, see,
Give us some
Chief's
money.
right, Gothix is right. Like,
This is why I need to be on these like giant shows, because I have these insights. No, but it's he is and he isn't. This guy never had a real job his entire life. Remember that. His first job was mayor, right?
But didn't he first like
honeymooned
all
in
of his
Soviet
money
Union.
from like once he got established as a politician? Didn't he make all of his money from writing that stupid ass book?
Yeah, and he's like he changed like giving money away from millionaires to billionaires because he became a millionaire. So then he
What
said the top
fuck?
1% have to be giving the top 1% of billionaires. He kind of switched his vernacular just a
Well,
little bit, so that way he's not included into
I
that
could see
small
your
elite
point.
group.
I can see your point, Chieftain, but let me ask a question. How
Good
many
question?
how
You
many
never do that.
billionaires were there when he first wrote that book back when Jesus was walking the earth?
Right.
Wow.
Like him and Soda were doing carpentry with Jesus.
Yeah, I was
Right.
teaching him-
So-
teaching him. Remember, I was teaching him
Only
magic
time he's
tricks.
gonna be playing with wood.
You keep
Oh
on
my
saying
God.
that to piss me off because I'm Catholic, but I'm not taking the bait soda, so fuck you.
Dude,
You're teaching
What, are you
Jesus
afraid
his
he's gonna
magic
nail it?
tricks.
Yeah.
Oh.
God damn.
Street
How do
magician.
you like that crown of thorns?
Oh no. Here comes the pun
Father.
attacks.
Father, forgive me.
Yeah,
Please don't
I-
strike me with lightning.
I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. I'm
I
not
am.
laughing.
No,
Gothics, how are you keeping a
Yeah,
straight face?
Soda's going to be worshiping Satan tonight anyway. So
No.
Jesus.
I'll just let my brother do
you
that.
playing Diablo 4, it's the same thing.
No, but I'm killing the demons. I'm not.
Oh, you're killing. Okay, it's different then.
And they're
Yeah.
not even from demons from Christianity. That's a whole different
Yeah.
world of lore. Let's not get into that. That's going to
All
turn
right,
into
so
another book
rest
of
in peace,
Metroid.
Johnny Hardwick. I hope you're in a better place in Valhalla.
Yeah, these.
So there's another reference.
Mhm.
Pocket sand.
Oh, we have a clip. Should we play the clip and get canceled on YouTube? And like, oh, we're gonna demonetize you
I
now.
will. It's okay. I'll argue it for you.
Okay.
Iconic.
Which one of you fellows ordered 2 dozen 39-foot aluminum rails?
That would be me. Gentlemen, I'm sure you recall my long-dreamt dream of building a guard tower in my yard.
Dale, the zoning board has turned you down 6 times. The last refusal was with extreme prejudice.
True, but for a structure under 40 feet, no variance is needed. Soon you'll live under the protection of my 39-foot guard tower. The zoning board has no say.
Dale, that is
No say! Now, if you help me build it, I'll give each of you a tier in the Tower of Power.
No, I want a tier.
Come into force if the structure's area is 10 by 10 feet.
Jesus.
So, we must be exactly 9.
Is this where you live, Soda?
Yep, this is how Texas
Near
is.
Arlen?
Tell you what, man, don't talk about old Sly Fox,
I
man.
feel like this
Old
is gonna be me when I get a house.
You know, man.
What kind of shit I do?
What happens to a
Like, what
tree
can I get away with without
Does it dry
pissing
up
people off
like a
too
raisin
much?
in the sun? Or does it rise?
Really quick. Oni has no internet, but she bought a flamethrower because she felt that was more important. They're just saying.
Yeah.
They were saying that in the chat before. I'm like, yeah, sure, of course people are going to give you the business, Oni. You bought a flamethrower instead of internet. I didn't even say anything. They said it
That's
in the
true.
chat. Just
They did
saying.
say it in the chat.
It did say that. I'm just repeating. I am not saying it myself. I am more of the
I'm-
product.
Do not
I'm
turn
aware.
Your do not
Okay.
turn your flamethrower on the chieftain this time.
do not like melt me like the dude from Indiana Jones in the first movie. Like,
Oh God.
don't do that shit.
Oh, so I shouldn't roast you?
You shouldn't roast me.
Hey,
I'm not
the
a Nazi.
puns. The puns, they never
I'm
end.
Exactly 39 feet, teaching the zoning board who not
Well,
to
some
mess
people will
with.
accuse me of it because they don't know the real term of fascism because they're morons.
I've defied the government, and yet I cannot be punished
It's
for it.
magnificent.
He wept because there were no more worlds to conquer. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it ended.
Okay, so the Barbie movie. Now,
Oh,
this is
God.
very interesting, and I'm going to tread lightly on this one because I don't remember the entire context of what we talked about last night because, quite frankly, I was in and out of the topics.
You were
So-
tired, so
Yeah. Again, I love Margot Robbie, and everything she touches turns to gold. It appears. I think
that's
the most.
absolutely false. Have you forgotten? Have you
Huh?
forgotten the magnificent emancipation of one Harley Quinn?
No, I was just saying the cheapest, the smallest, least expensive movie. I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the one that didn't make as much money, and that was $200 million. So Birds of Prey was right above that, but everything else after that, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Barbie movie, all that stuff, like everything she touches, like it seems to do really well. But with that being said, the Barbie movie, Hero or Oni, want to kind of talk about what we're going to talk about this?
I think I'll tee it off, and I'm pretty sure Oni and I will play
Yeah.
off of each other a
Let's
little
have
bit.
someone else go. Let's have Gothix go first for once. That way she can get a perspective on it. That way she doesn't have to.
I didn't even watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Me
maybe-
neither, but that's the fun
None
part.
of us did.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
Go ahead.
I've watched and listened to different opinions about it. So to something positive, I want to bring up something positive that I heard. is that in this movie, they did try to use as many practical effects as possible. Now, obviously, I'm a huge fan of practical effects. I love the way old movies were made. I love the magic behind the illusion, where you're wrapped up in what's going on, and you don't see the actual mechanisms as to how it happens. So in this movie, yes, everyone knows about the huge painted sets and the paint that almost caused a nationwide shortage or something. Too much pink for me because I don't even like pink. But some of the things that I did hear about,
Let's cross that gas off.
apparently there's a scene in the movie of, I guess, some of the Kens riding some bicycles. And it's done in a scene where it's supposed to look like almost like an eternal field of flowers. And they did that by having a backdrop, having the actors on their bicycles, but then, and having those bicycles mounted, but they weren't moving, but they had in front of them a track of flowers, so that in the shot you saw just flowers going by, so it gave the illusion of movement. But when you stepped away from the camera, you saw it was on almost like an elliptical, where the flowers would be on screen in front of the actor, and then turn under the conveyor belt, and then show up on the other side again, and just repeat that. So I thought that was really cool. They brought in hand-painted backdrops for certain scenes. Like some of the desert scenes, they had hand-painted backdrops. And they said they wanted to evoke a 1950s kind of feel, where it was the real glamour of Hollywood. And I find that very charming because Barbie came out in a time where, yes, feminism was still, I'd say, still fairly new, okay? Because, yes, women had the right to vote by this time by a long shot.
It was like first wave feminism, yeah.
It was still first wave, and it was more glamorous. You know, you had more of the Hollywood starlets. It was post-war era. Yeah. You had all this going on. And so, yeah, you got G.I. Joe. And let's be honest, G.I. Joe was the shit. But then you had Barbie, who just wanted to do her thing, but she looked great doing it. Every girl, it was advertised that every girl wanted to be Barbie.
Nine heads tall, unrealistic body types. Yep.
Oh, very. But, I mean, the thing is that it always was. Always was. If you look at a Barbie and you think that, but it wants me to be that. No, trust me. If anyone asks me what doll looks like me, I look like a Bratz doll. Okay, I'm so disfigured. It's horrible. But you know what? We don't get to choose what doll we look like.
Let's be realistic.
Funko. He hasn't got a big
I got to
head.
respond to someone who decided to be a smartass.
Brat's pretty accurate, though, I think, too. So,
well, I will say, being a smartass is better than being a dumbass, right?
I didn't look like a He-Man. I'm like, oh man, I don't have muscles like that. That doesn't look like me. I didn't give a fuck. I liked He-Man because I was playing like Castle Grayskull shit. You know, right. I didn't need a character to look like me to relate and play with the character. Now all of a sudden everyone's fucking butthurt because I have something that represents me. Great. Okay, so you made another Black Spider-Man. Fantastic. He's got cool, but he's not Peter Parker. He's another character. Fine. I got you. But don't
Spider-Man sucks anyways.
Well, I mean, he's still better than the Flash, but we're gonna still have these fights, right? We already did a poll that Spider-Man is better, even though Eric July said he did.
Yeah, that's right. Remember
that?
He
said that, but he also said that Spider-Man was probably his favorite Marvel character.
Right. He said it would prejudice, but Spider-Man was still his favorite character, so I win. Ha.
No.
Anyway. Yes.
Anyways.
Yes.
Anyways.
No.
Anyways, that's Barbie.
Go ahead.
Barbie.
Well,
Barbie.
Yes, because
come on, Barbie, let's go. Barbie.
I've heard that there are two ways in which to watch this movie. There's the literal way to watch the movie, which is if you take it seriously. And then there's if it were made in satire, where it's all a metaphor. So, okay, if you watch it literally, the Kens are oppressed. And
Right.
they try to do an uprising. It doesn't work. But Barbie decides, I'm missing a lot of the movie, by the way. This is like super duper condensed. And Barbie
Cliff
wants to
Notes
be
version.
a real woman. Now, I found out apparently America Ferrera is in this movie. I'm so glad to hear that she's doing well for herself. Apparently, she's married. Look, I remember her in the movie Real Women Have Curves. That's
Okay.
like, it's crazy to see where she's come from. By the way, Real Women Have Curves is actually a very charming movie, coming of age story, and I would say probably pretty relevant to the Latina community. Very, very
right.
sweet.
But she's in this movie, right? And you were happy to know that she was in here. Yeah.
As an adult woman who's married, I didn't even know she got married.
Right.
But she kind of teaches Barbie how to be a woman. Like, what does it mean to be a woman? What's the relevance of being a woman in today's society? But if you watch it as an allegory, it actually you would be flipping the roles of Barbie and Ken.
Yeah.
So
they did that on
if you watch
purpose,
it literally,
by design.
yeah, if you watch it literally, the Kens are trying to do an uprising. If you watch it as an allegory, Ken is the position of women in society. So apparently there's two ways to watch the movie.
Yeah.
And
Which
people are
I
being
think is,
told that they're doing it wrong.
but at the same time, people really do like this movie, not just because of the arguments you can have online about it, but it's very interesting about what it says about society and about women. Now, yes, there's also the argument of you need to take your boyfriend or your husband to this movie, and if he doesn't pass the Barbie movie test, then he's probably not a keeper. I shit you not. That's a thing going on. I shit you not. But there are some things I think that could really be taken and should be taken into consideration from this movie. I mean, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, because there's the argument of, when you're put on a pedestal for so long, what do you do with that?
I'll let you know because that's been happening to me all the time.
So, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to Lagging Out Live, guys. Top left is Hero. I'm Chieftain in the middle. To the right, who's speaking right now, is Blacklight Oni. Below us is Soda, and our special guest today is Gothix.
Yay.
She's here out of her busy schedule, and she was so glad that she's here. Go ahead, Oni. I just had to do a quick intro.
Very good.
Give us a fucking.
Whoa, Woody!
Holy shit, Woody's
Where
here.
did you come from, brother?
Holy shit!
No, Woody. What's up, Woody? I tagged Zombie Killer on there, and Woody might have saw it too. Again, nice to welcome Woody. I hope he's still kicking ass in Call of Duty, sir. Welcome to the chat. Go ahead, Oni.
But then raising questions of,
so nice.
In a way, and I don't say this to be, peak feminist, but a woman's place in society of, is she supposed to be a supermodel? Is she supposed to be a mother? Is she supposed to be a businesswoman? But that's the thing. She can do whatever she wants. The world is your oyster. Same with Ken's. If you're a man, what is your place? Is it supposed to be a supermodel? Is it supposed to be a husband, a father? Is it supposed to be a businessman? It's whatever you want it to be. We are supposed to be united as people. Yes, as much as I am a recluse, I understand that. I crave honest human interaction.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the fake human interaction. I like real human interaction. And the whole point of getting out there and being yourself instead of what you think people want you to be, or instead of trying to meet the standards you're never going to meet. That was one of the lies of feminism from second and third wave, was that you could be a wife, a mother, a businesswoman, and all this. There's not enough time in the day. Something is going to give. You can only give your attention to so many things until you break.
That doesn't make you
that doesn't make you a failure. That makes you human. But you have to focus your attention on something.
Right.
So, that it's unfair to hold people to these unrealistic expectations, especially when they're not even listening to those rules. It's really tragic and hypocritical when you hear about all these stories of, oh, well, you could do this, you could do that, you could do all these things, or you should do this, you should do that, you should do all these things, but they don't even follow those rules. You know, that's like taking cleaning advice from a, you know, Real Housewife of Utah,
and
they have a nanny and a housemaid. You know, why would you listen to them for cleaning advice?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just curious as to what people's thoughts are regarding anything regarding the Barbie movie, because I mean it's clearly doing very well in theaters, but it's also caused a very interesting discussion online that people can't stop talking about, no matter how much they wish they could. Hey, look, Japan can be butthurt all they want, but maybe they shouldn't have pulled the horrendous human rights violations.
Yeah, I think you should take it. I think if you want to go watch it, like, people are kind of getting the feels from it, kind of like when I heard Transformers first came out. I'm like, oh boy, Transformers, and I hear Michael Bay directed it, which is he's a talentless act. So he shit on my childhood not once, not twice, but 5 times with 5 different movies.
Wow.
Let's try to save it with Megan Fox. No, nice try. But I think Oni, this is for those kids that enjoyed Barbies as children.
Well,
so and they want to get the feels and they want to watch the movie, and that I think you take it like that and you just sit back and enjoy it, like I said with like Adult Swim in Cartoon Network, it's fine. If someone's looking for third wave feminism, chop a guy down and that sort of thing, then fine, take it as that. But I don't know. As far as like the political undertones with it, I'm like, you can take it or leave it. I don't care. I mean, it made $1 billion. As long as it doesn't make more than the Mario movie, I'm good.
Well, it's on track for that.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, in a shorter period of time, and that's I mean, it is what it is. You're talking about.
Is it safe to say no one had Barbies in the chat? No one owned Barbies.
I would probably say that's
I had a few.
I've owned Barbies.
You own Barbies? Okay, yeah.
I mean, Badger and I had Barbies growing up. Also, we didn't realize how easy it was to pull their heads off, so oops.
Yeah. He was like that kid in Toy Story, like, you know, like the kid who was like.
No, we weren't that bad.
Oh, okay.
We were taught to try to respect the toys that we had. Yes, we also had GI Joes, and you know what our dad said? Our dad was like, "Yeah, Barbie totally left Ken for GI Joe because Ken's a crackhead." So we always called him Ken the crackhead.
Wow.
So needless to say, yeah, we had GI Joes. Those fuckers had awesome weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So,
good
you
times.
have the
But
Barbie Corvette?
I did.
I don't think so.
I asked Gothix, but yeah, you didn't have it. But did you have it? Accessories?
I did not.
Yeah.
We'll have to send her.
She's
one.
actually struggling to remember. She's putting
I
serious
am.
thought
I'm
into
old.
this.
I'm old.
I think I'm older.
Every time I see that Corvette, I forget that's a Corvette because, to be honest, the only Corvette I even like is the old Stingray. And when I say old Stingray, I'm talking like some of the original years of the Stingray when they actually looked really cool. The Stingrays they've got out now just do not do it for me.
No.
Because they basically just slapped the Stingray logo on just a regular Corvette is what it looks like to me. It's like, what's the point?
Engine.
That's me. And I know there's a reason. I just don't care. Also, I don't have the money, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
Not my price range.
It's not my price range. I'm running for president.
God. So, anyways,
Fighting socialists.
The Barbie movie has, as of this point in time, last tracking, I think probably being Monday would have been the time they totaled the numbers because they seem to do it on a weekly basis.
Why did I ask this? I knew you were going to look it up. Why did I even ask this?
Their numbers right now is 1,066,808,000.
Powerball numbers there.
The Mario movie did 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really expect it to do this good, but I'm at the same time not surprised considering how big of an IP Barbie is.
Well, you
all
probably got to
huge.
figure too. A lot of the trans people are going because they want to be women. So there you go.
I mean, whatever politics.
Wow.
I'm not. That was not joking. That's serious.
No,
Oh,
I
you're
get what you're
serious.
saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get what
There's
you're
There's
saying.
actually a scene in there apparently that's very interesting. Apparently, there's a
There
scene
is
where Barbie
trans
goes. There's a trans Barbie, but Barbie actually, the trans Barbie's a doctor, from what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah,
But that trans Barbie's
Fine with me.
but a very particular type of doctor. What is a
Oh,
doctor
no.
only a woman would go to, especially if she's looking at women's health?
Ah, okay, that's
Yes.
interesting.
That is
that's
interesting.
That
That's
has to
weird.
invoke a
So,
debate. Yeah, that invokes
that-
a definite debate. So
Yeah.
That was a debate that was brought up that I've heard
Yeah.
about, so I found that very interesting.
Wow.
it is
You
very
know,
interesting.
so I that's why that there's a lot of layers to this. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, now I will
really
say they're
went
talking about.
in.
Oh yeah, now they're talking about making a Mattel line of movies, one of which is Polly Pocket. For whatever fucking reason,
Yeah, that's not.
They're
a
hoping-
rumor.
no, it does. It
No
gets worse.
Skipper?
They're thinking about doing Polly Pocket, but what they were saying was that they wanted to have as the director, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name. I hate her so much because I
Oh.
don't want to remember her. Oh, Lena Dunham. They wanted Lena Dunham to direct the Polly Pocket movie. I am not even fucking joking.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Polly.
Anyways.
Bold
Whoa.
move.
But,
Bold decision. If you don't know what she's done, trigger warning. I shit you not. Not good. Sorry, continue.
Anyways, so let's not jump the gun, Chieftain. Not everybody has
That's
said.
not jumping the gun. This is the next topic.
Not everybody has finished. Not everybody has gone around the table, sir.
I don't ever get to finish. So.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Oh wow.
Well, all right. Go ahead.
I'll take a video and send it to you next time.
I am good, sir. Anyways, so the I'm not surprised that they've been making this much money. I am kind of surprised that they've gone that they are making as much money as they are as quickly as they are. They broke records. They're growing. The global box office is growing for Barbie way faster than it did for Mario. It's on track to be the best movie of the year as far as performance. A lot of despite a lot of the discussion around it, I personally think that the Barbie movie was always going to be a feminist movie. I mean, she is a feminist icon. I mean, all these things are just known facts. The problem I personally have with this movie isn't so much that it is a feminist movie as much as it is a modern Hollywood feminist take. Like, if they went into it with more of a traditional feminist, message, like Barbie was always about being whatever she wanted to be, astronaut, doctor, accountant, scientist, all these things. If that's the take that they had originally taken, I'd been, hey, cool, that's awesome. But they're going with the modern Hollywood take of, we're going to push women up by tearing men down. Like, being that it is the modern quote unquote feminist take, that's what irritates me. Because I mean, I make no secret of my personal stance on anything. Do what
you're
you do.
fascist. We get it.
Yeah, I'm so fascist that I say, do what you do, be what you want to be. That's between you and your God. Just don't fucking force it on me.
That is I'm going to go march from your personal things. I'm gonna go march and burn shit down. That's it. I'm out of here.
Awesome. I'll be just fine where I'm at.
It's okay because there's no cash bail. I'm good. I'll be out in 2 hours. See you guys.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's cool.
No,
Good
go
you.
ahead. I'm
just don't steal my shit.
Well, we know that happens because everyone sees your background. Like Rambo is jealous of your background. But
Oh, good lord.
Hey guys, I gotta head out.
okay.
I'm so sorry to see you
We just-
go.
Okay,
I
thank
hope
you so
had
much for
fun,
joining us.
Gothix.
No problem. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Yep.
Thank you
for
too.
stopping by. I'll let you get some sleep.
I shall go get some sleep. I'm going to the
Yes.
aquarium tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun. The New
Wow.
England
Cool. Which aquarium?
Mystic,
Ooh.
Mystic Seaport?
I think, in Connecticut.
Yeah, that's where I went there as a kid.
Yeah. So it should be
I
fun.
remember that. Oh, that's cool. Be safe.
Yeah.
Yes,
Don't take
have
don't
fun,
take any wood
Gothix.
nickels.
Please don't run away from us screaming.
Oh, I will. I'm totally
Okay.
gonna run away. Never again.
Just like last time.
Exactly.
We appreciate your time as well, and we love you, and we love every time you come on our show. So don't be a stranger. If you want and you hear anything cool stuff, let us know about it. See if we can do some more cool stuff together if you want.
Yeah.
So thank you for stopping by, everybody. Wish her champagne wishes and caviar jeans, and we will see
there
you
you
next
go.
time.
Bye.
That sounds bougie.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Oh
Always a joy to have her on.
She's so fun.
I love having Gothix on. She's really great.
I could she was a little bit more tired than last time.
Yeah, and this is late. This is late for everybody. So it's like it's 9:52, and we have lives that have to do stuff on Saturdays. So we're trying to speed run this a little bit. So let's kind of wrap up this topic, guys.
Yeah, that's fair. I wanted to at least see, say that little piece. I'm good.
Give us a fucking
Soda.
You know me. I hate talking about shit I haven't seen. So
And you know what? I give you exactly the fair amount of shake on that one.
because, like I
Yeah.
said,
You
I
haven't seen it, so you're not going to take an opinion. But I'm
neither am I.
curious.
Well, you know
I'm
me. Like I can't make an opinion on. It could be a good movie. It could be one of those. Like I take.
I will say
that I can laugh at. You can't. Kind of like Belmont and all the other things that I
will
like. You hate.
100% say that I heard literally 50-50 take on it. I also heard from genuine Barbie fans that the first half of the movie was absolutely good, but the rest of it was just trash.
And I don't know if I'll
That
ever
was
get
what
a
I'd
chance
heard.
to watch it, but
I heard also that if you watch it from the standpoint of its satire, that it is pretty funny. So
then I probably will not hate it. I mean, it's a lot of paint for me, but it is
I'm
Barbie.
a fan of pink for certain things. So
well, I think we agree on that front, sir.
I like the background. My background's pink. I like that.
I like designing in pink. We don't get to do
So
it
do
very
I.
often, but when I did the Rocky
Yeah.
Horror Picture Show, that was awesome. So.
Pink's a great highlight for things. So it's
It depends. I will say it can depend on your skin tone. That is, I'll say. Certain colors look best against certain skin tones. And don't ask me if I know all about that. I don't. I don't wear a lot of makeup, so I'm the last fucking person you should be asking. But I do at least know this, okay?
You're just talking about color theory and stuff. No, we get it, Oni. We understand. You don't have to justify it with that. We get you.
But that's why certain makeup styles don't look good on some people. There's nothing wrong with your face, okay? This is me actually being real. This is not me being sarcastic. This is me being sincere.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing wrong with your face. What is wrong is that you just need to match the skin tone and the facial features that you have.
Right.
Okay, that's like saying, oh, you have the wrong body type. No, the garment does not suit the body type you have. The clothes need to change. Your body does not necessarily need to change.
I think we agree on that one
It's
too.
a big deal. It's the way you phrase things. It's the way you look at yourself. It's how you see yourself. And social media likes to make it all as you're the problem, which is a bold fucking statement because social media causes a lot of fucking problems. So
no.
You're missing from the shots on purpose.
Mm.
Zoom did that. That's not my fault, sir. But I fixed it. What are you drinking?
Something that Soda likes.
Soda?
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar.
Oh, it's Dr.
Zero.
Pepper.
Oh,
which
that
is what
sounds vile.
Soda likes. And actually, it doesn't taste bad.
No, Dr. Pepper Zero is good.
If you in this particular, if you like cream soda, it's good. If you don't like cream soda, well, you're not gonna like it.
Not soda's cream, but cream soda.
Whoa.
That is disgusting. Don't
That
ever
is
phrase it like that again.
hilariously awful.
My cream soda, I don't know.
I have A&W has a good one.
Go sell it on the Facebook page.
Oh my god. The Facebook shop page.
I'll make a whole little
Damn it, Chieftain, you
label
beat me
for
to
it.
That's scary. If we're on the same wavelength.
That is a terrifying thought.
Yeah, it's like the Morty wavelengths
Oh
are
shit.
different than the Rick wavelengths, and they cancel out each other in that instance. Anyways, again, I'm sorry. I forgot to fix the spacing on this again.
That's whatever.
So it's gonna go crazy.
God damn it. Now I'm not gonna be able to sleep thing.
Oh jeez.
Thank you to our boosters. Boosters. My accent out there. Mariner, Soda, Tyrann Death, Ezreal, Stormwolf Song, Hypernova, and Prophet. These are the boosters to our Discord Nitro. And we appreciate everyone who does it. Thank you.
We need one more to get our sound bits back. So.
We need one more. As
We
Soda
love-
says, we need
Another
one more.
one.
And another one. How do you know DJ Khaled?
Excuse me.
How dare you?
Memes. Like-
memes.
If I know nothing, I do know memes. And you
Yeah.
know what? My parents are getting onto that bandwagon too.
Oh,
My
no.
mom and dad Badger's mom and dad are using a lot of Pokemon memes. Hey, hello, Rogue Penguin.
I love Rogue Penguin. She is awesome.
like-
We were talking about her how she not partner yet.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And how she should be. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's like, thank you, mom and dad, for using the good shit.
Is that where you
Anyways.
get your black belt in puns? You get that from your family?
Oh, absolutely. Where do you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
Your dad was a punster, wasn't he?
He's a pun master general.
Yes, but not quite. He's very much. My dad was definitely the funny one of my parents. Although my mom has definitely picked up a lot of things lately, and we're so fucking proud of her. The thing is that my dad enjoys good wordplay, and having a good having a good control over the English language, since that's the language we tend to speak here. That will. Thank you, Zoom. You fucking bitch.
Oh wow.
Well, fortunately,
It held out for.
You're fine. You're good. You can just stay the way you are.
Yeah, I know, but it held out for Gothix, but heaven forbid. Anyways, so he instilled in Badger and I a good control over the English language. So when you understand some of the nuances, you can get away with certain things. And being able to slowly but surely, you work up the speed of cognizance and figuring things out. And you'll catch on to the jokes faster. You'll be able to make the jokes faster. So
here we go again.
He wasn't exactly a pun master, but my dad is very good with the jokes, and he does appreciate good wordplay. So I picked up on that, and I just fucking ran with it.
We should do like a whole
Which, I mean,
video.
Probably looks like a fat kid running with a Twix bar, but
We should do like a whole video, like you in some sort of like MMA stuff. It's like, welcome to Oni's Pun Fu, where I will teach you the masters of puns. Our first lesson, wordplay. And like, you should do like a whole video, like a green screen and shit. How awesome would that be? Be like kind of like the Karate Kid shit, but you could be teaching Pun Fu. No.
I don't know if I'd call it pun fu.
What would you call it?
She's looking for something. I don't know if you noticed, but she's thinking on it.
Yeah, I know she's thinking. I can hear the quiz song.
The hamster wheel's turning, and we can hear it. So it might be turning so fast that it comes off the rails.
Like, put that in your back pocket, Oni, and I know you'll.
Oh
come
yeah,
up with
no, that's
something
definitely
later.
gonna be in my back pocket. That can be for later. We got some other good shit.
Yeah,
that'd
and
be a great video to
and
do.
Chieftain,
But yeah,
I'm sorry for derailing us from advancing sooner, but I think we had a good discussion.
okay, yeah, no worries. No apologies necessary. I'm just looking out for you, buddy, because I know you have like plans tomorrow. So
yeah,
I'm trying to be
got a
respectful
big
of your
day.
time.
Gonna fly into hell.
You'll be passing by Oni. Hey, how you doing down there? She's like, bye, Maui.
Wow.
Evil.
Damn.
Welcome to hell.
With the flamethrower.
You're gonna see like a video on how that fire started. Just Oni just laughing with her flamethrower, going.
Oh, actually, the best part is because of where I'm looking at, there's going to be a place for gasoline. You know, because I could actually keep a canister of gasoline. Heaven forbid something happens. You never know.
That whole island
But
is uninhabitable now.
And it was
Maui?
because the volcano is always active.
The
magma flows were always not magma soldier. The magma flows were always running. But what happened was like a new fissure opened up, and a new lava flow came out, and that started the fire. So
do they know that for a fact? Because they were not saying that. They have no idea what started it when I was watching it today.
That was what I had heard officially today.
What I am hearing,
okay,
what I heard was that, and this is a few days old, there was a hurricane or is a hurricane forming or going off several hundred miles away.
South.
So the winds were not helping either.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, it became a perfect storm. And obviously, when your island is only so big, there's only so far you can run. I mean, hearing about
they said
people,
the water was on fire because the petroleum was on the layer of it hit like a refinery, Oni.
Yeah,
and, like
that
people
does not
were swimming
surprise me.
out the ocean, and like they kept there was someone stuck out at sea for 12 hours because literally the ocean was on fire.
Wow.
That's fucking horrible. It's like a level in
I
Diablo 4 or something.
That sounds actually a lot. It sounds very similar also to, coincidentally, when Nagasaki and Hiroshima got bombed, the water instantaneously boiled.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the burns it caused to those people, they ran to the rivers, and the rivers wound up running red for days.
Oh my god!
Full of
really?
bodies. I am not joking.
You know a lot of that fucking history. Like I never even heard of that
Well,
before. You
yes,
talked about
because
like the kamikazes
there
not
was-
being the best pilots. That like damn.
There was a book released, I think late 90s, early 2000s, called, I think it was called The Making of the Atomic Bomb. And I saw it on the History Channel. My dad bought it for me. This sucker is a big fucking book. Now, obviously, I haven't read all of it, but it does have photos. This is not for the lighthearted.
pictures.
Okay, this is serious shit. Mojo, I am so sorry.
According to my aunt Pumpkin Lava story, she lived until the fire burned her. Oh my god, that's horrible.
That is horrible.
That
And they were telling people, tourists, do not come here. Do not come to Maui right now.
Was worse than that.
One side of
honestly,
one side of the island is good, and the other side is like dry.
They were
said.
saying that it happened so fast. There was no official announcement. There was no official anything. Nothing was publicly released, and that's because it happened so quickly. There were people running out of the city and yelling, like just regular citizens. They were running out of the city and just yelling at everybody on the streets, "Get the hell out of town! Run with me! Everything's on fire!"
Wow.
I heard reports like that too. of there was a guy who was trying to just gather people into his truck. Go get the stuff you got on your back. If you got anything else you need to absolutely carry, like medicine, you better grab it right now because it's coming for us just instantaneously.
They had the same.
There might be an ad. They're getting an ad right now.
Yeah. Also, there was a guy with a catamaran. Like he was like taking people out and like getting them to the Big Island, Honolulu, and like the stories were nightmarish. Oni, they were really scary shit. 55 people so far. I heard 7. From
it's 55
in the afternoon. Yeah, like I heard 7, so that's a lot. 55. See,
that's unfortunate.
This is
and
why
it's
Fox
a lot
News
of people.
sucks because they never give you accurate numbers. Fuck them.
I will say.
Well, I mean,
now.
I will say.
You have to remember
that 55 people having been lost sucks. Don't get me wrong, but considering like the population and the numbers of people that there could be, I think that is honestly in a twisted way also a blessing. I feel bad for them, of course, but I'm glad it's not worse. And then that's of course not considering the fact that there could be more out there that they have not identified yet.
Oh yeah.
Yet. Anyways, Oni, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
No more death. All right, so
so Mojo, we're thinking of you and your family. Anyone who's affected, or there's a Marine base in Honolulu. I have zero doubt in my mind that they're activating someone to go help out. And again, shout out to the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what people say or what the Department of Defense says. Coasties count as our brothers in arms. They're doing this shit every fucking day.
They? That's dumb.
100%. They got a different standard for enlistment and all that stuff, but you know what? They still got to wear a uniform just like us.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so I hate the whole they only count as Department of Defense when it's in times of war. Well, bitch, they're going out and saving Americans and really internationals all fucking year. Doesn't matter. So,
what the
and recovering lots of drugs.
Oh yeah, no, they're coasties do a lot under the radar. So I'm really hoping that Maui can get the support that it needs because people deserve that. Goodness knows Hawaii and the rest of mainland America don't always have the greatest relationship. I understand why. I really do. But this would be this is an opportune time to show that we are united as people, as Americans, to help each other back onto our feet. So let's not skimp on this shit.
So
let's get our shit together.
Get all your shit, get it together.
All your shit.
Get it together.
The disclosure that I can provide is I will be going to an Air Force installation over there and working on some IT stuff over there. It is for the DoD. I have no doubt in my mind that when I get there, there's going to be a lot of activity.
I'm so scared for you. Like I woke up in the middle of the night. I was just like, I don't want him to go. I don't want him to go.
I'll be
scared.
at Honolulu, so I'll be fine.
I'm so scared. I was just like, I don't fucking go. Don't go. Don't go. Don't fucking go. No. And I'm like in a panic. I'm like, no, we don't want to lose Hero. We love Hero.
Yeah,
he's a good friend and everything.
I will be perfectly fine. On the one hand, going one direction is a hurricane out in the damn ocean. It's not even going towards Hawaii. And God has his own plan, so that could change at the drop of a hat, but I'll be fine.
He's gonna jump out of an airplane. It's the IT breakdown. He's like,
come on now, I'm not Tom Cruise.
Wouldn't it wind up being more like Baywatch?
Does anybody want to? Oh my God! All the parody jokes of Baywatch, where big hairy dudes doing the Baywatch run, flubber bouncing everywhere.
Someone clip that.
No. I clipped it on myself.
Oh. But anyways, let's carry on. We're talking a lot about
All
what
right,
I'm going to
next
be
up,
doing.
it's break time for Soda and Chief, so because it's Wizard of the Coast
God.
news. So walking
Yep,
back.
don't
the
worry, I'll make
Warlocks-
it quick.
Oh.
Well, there's also a little bit of extra news about that. So,
Make
for
it
starters,
quick.
It won't be
shocker,
quick.
Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast apparently had an artist do some work for them, and it turns out they used a little bit of AI in their art. So, whoopsies. They're gonna have to figure out a way to,
A little
you
bit
know.
about that, Oni. Just a sidebar
Yeah.
on that, just quickly. It's really hilarious because Wizards' response to the reveal that the artist was using AI in their art was that they did not know. And it's
Yeah, oh, I know.
absolutely fucking hilarious
Yeah.
because the artist is known for using AI in their art and they made no secret of it.
Yeah, so Wizards, don't fucking lie to us, please. Like, seriously. You're really bad at it. Your bluff and your sleight of hand fucking suck. So, remember that, and this is someone in particular, I'm sure. You remember how we were mentioning how they were going to try to change Warlock by basically taking away what made a Warlock a Warlock? Yeah, guess what Wizards is realizing when they did the play testing? Yeah, they're realizing it was a stupid fucking idea, so.
Ow.
Yeah. So the playtest wound up being exactly what we thought, a fucking disaster. They do still want to try to make changes to the Warlock class, namely that they want to try to make it so that they have more access to spells, namely after like a short rest they can get more spells instead of having to wait for a long rest or only having a certain number of spells. But yeah, they decided that for all that talk of, oh, we're going to redo this, then the other, the Wizards, the Warlocks, the Arcane classes, and we're going to do playtests. Yeah.
Yeah, those playtests.
They're
didn't go
going
well.
back to the 2014 rules. Shocker. It's almost like the 2014 rules were just fine. If you want to try to make it a little more balanced, sure. But no, don't do that stupid shit. It might as well just re-release, fourth edition, since clearly that's what they want to do. Want to go back to when things weren't as good. So who wants to do intros? Because I am not a people person.
Welcome to Lagging Out Live. If you were looking for Gothix, you just missed her. She went to bed because she's going to Mystic Seaport tomorrow. I am Chieftain, to my right in hell, or some facsimile thereof adjacent. Blacklight Oni. Below us is Hero, the IT guy, bottom left-hand corner. And to his right is Soda Pop, and he's talking to himself apparently because he has himself on mute. Because every time we talk about Wizards of the Coast, there's like two of us that don't know a lot about it. So we're just not trying to be rude. And
He usually
just be
goes
quiet
and
just
smokes a cigarette.
yeah. So welcome. And don't forget to hit that follow button. We've only been trying for 2 years to get to 600 follows. So make sure you hit that follow button. And don't forget to bang that bell. Oh, that's not it. That's the bell. There we go. I only have to.
Remember, folks, you may not be banging much on a Friday, but if you bang that bell, you might get something.
Whoa.
Oh,
she's not wrong.
Self burn. That's okay, folks.
I'm gonna crawl in my corner and cry, Oni.
Or
it's
laugh,
not because
one
it
of
was
the
a
two.
burn. It's because it was true.
He's gonna go crawl in his hug
Those
machine.
are the best jokes, though. The best jokes are the ones that hurt just enough where you go, yeah, that's fucking true. I am ashamed.
It's a 2nd-degree burn because a 3rd-degree burn doesn't burn because it destroys the nerves.
Whoa.
Oh, cowboy hat black. Okay. As long as it's not a New England Patriots hat, I'm happy with it.
So last week, someone had mentioned, and I'm not mentioning their name because they know who they are. It was
Have
like,
we had Road
I'd
Penguin
love
on
to
our
see.
live yet?
No.
Yeah,
No,
she's
we have.
she's in the chat.
Like,
Have
She's
we
in
had
the
her
chat,
the
but
Zoom?
she hasn't been on the
Oh,
live.
oh no, not in the live yet. No, we got to do that.
We got we got everyone else. I think we missed her for some reason. I don't know why.
Bitch!
Not to sound ominous, but you're next.
Yeah, you're next.
Um,
We'll figure out a time that's good for you, Penguin.
But I had mentioned that if I'm going to wear a cowboy hat, it'd probably be a classic Stetson. And
Yeah.
someone was like, man, that'd be so cool. Here's the thing. Whenever I hear about wearing a Stetson and being a cowboy, all I can think of, Rogue
Give us a
Penguin, don't you
fucking-
dare put yourself down like that.
Thank you for
I'm
thinking
not-
we're smart. We're not.
I'm not smart. I just know a lot of useless shit.
Yeah, we're
So-
bottomless pit of useless knowledge. We do a lot of reading
When
before
I-
the show.
When I think of like a cowboy, if I'm going to look like anybody, I want to look like the original Ghost Rider
Do it. Do it.
from the Nicolas Cage movie
I
with
got
the
you,
horse.
Chief.
That shit looked fucking awesome. And the fact that they played Johnny Cash's Ghost Riders in the Sky, yeah. You know, he puts that cover on and, you know, flame head, and then the horse turns on fire. It's fucking awesome. Good shit. I would
Just
totally
pretend she's
cosplay as that.
Yeah. Do you struggle with that problem, Oni, of finding a hat that fits your head? Like I do?
I
You have
don't
that
really
issue?
shop for hats very much, but I will say sizing things for my head in general, yes. For example, glasses, depending on the hat, yes. Headphones sometimes. That's why I don't like earbuds as a rule. That's why I really avoided trying out bone conduction headphones, because I've heard that those have to be sized a little more particularly to your head. And because I'm not a very tall person, my head is relatively small with the rest of my body. So,
Yeah.
and with glasses,
That's another issue. Yeah.
yeah. And the thing is that I don't know if it's because I have a low nose bridge. I don't know. You know, people,
might be it.
I have no idea. Tag fucking Nabbit Zoom, you bitch.
Well,
Anyways,
sorry. As an
Do you have
aside,
like
hey,
they have
Rogue
the
Penguin?
Oakley Asian fit glass? Do you wear sunglasses? I don't think you look
Not-
the type to
not
wear
really.
sunglasses. Yeah.
Well, because I would have to get a prescription for them if I'm going to be able to wear them more
Yeah.
regularly, and that's just more money that I don't want to fucking spend. I've heard that there are some brands that are catered toward Asian noses, but they say I do have a nose bridge. Like
Oh,
my
okay, you
mom
have-
is
yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
but that's the thing. I don't know if it's like a sliding scale of a nose bridge. So, you know, I feel bad because, like, you know, it's like, well, you have a nose bridge, so why doesn't it fit? Well, I don't know. But, I mean, that's why I tend to wear my glasses until they say, please, bitch, fucking replace me now. It's over. Let it go. It's like, no.
Let it go.
No.
Let it go.
No, stop,
I can't
stop.
take it anymore. Here comes a flamethrower. Soda and Cheaton have died today on the live from a
Yeah.
flamethrower to the face.
I
No.
don't have much more to say about the Wizards, you know.
Well, no, because they
backtracking on
keep
their
doing
shit
stupid
because
shit.
it's the same.
They
It's the
will
same song and
continue.
dance, and honestly, this is exactly what we expected. This is exactly what we said was going to happen, and really everything to say about it, you kind of already said. You and I kind of follow the same news cycles when it comes to a lot of the topics we find. So
Yeah.
it's
noticed
gonna
that.
be rehashing.
That's why I'm always asking. I'm like, whose topic was this again? And I'm so like in my brain, I'm so concerned that I was like, oh, Oni, that was Oni's. Oh no, that was Heroes. I don't know whose or whose, and who wants
One
to
of
take
the
credit
two.
for it. But I'm at the mind where I'm just saying, I don't give a fuck whose it is, and they want to talk about it. But at the same time, I don't want someone to get mad because they did the research and someone else has to read it. So I just throw it out there and hope I'm right. So
Well, and to be honest, I personally love and appreciate how the dynamic of how we've started working on our topics together. It feels
makes
a
us
lot
sound smart,
less.
according to Penguin.
I feel well, for one, it's helping
You
me
guys do
get
a good-
through
great
the
job,
topic
though.
selection quicker. For another, it helps so I don't feel like I'm just picking topics and not giving anybody say, because now everybody else is having input on it. And now I get to go, hey Oni, this is actually your topic, and point and laugh at Chieftain.
Yeah. Pineapple on pizza. No, I had this discussion today with the summer camp kids. I'm like, that's it. You're animating on ones instead of twos. They're like, no. I had pineapple on pizza in Italy. And I'm like, then Italy doesn't know how to do pizza. Like,
Right.
So
that's fake pizza. That's not pizza. That's a lie.
You know what? I'm gonna throw us all for a loop and expose somebody on our one of our hosts for somebody that pretends to not know. Soda.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You play D&D. You used to play D&D as
I don't know what you're talking
far as
about.
I know. I know you know about some of this shit. What do you think about them backtracking on changes that they tried to commit to?
I mean, it's like any company. It's again, I don't understand why people change shit that's working. I haven't played D&D a lot. I do watch streams like a nerd of D&D. Mostly Critical Role. I watched, them since they were little bitty. So I don't know why anybody changes anything. Like,
Well,
even Magic is hurting. Like, I mean,
the Magic has dug their own fucking grave.
Yeah.
You've seen the numbers of releases they've done over the last 5 years.
yeah, I mean, my rep was literally like, hey, I can give you all the Magic in the world. Like, I don't want it.
Stay where you are.
Oh, thank you. I was about to move.
So yeah, I mean,
to add a little bit more to the question,
a little bit more Mindy.
What was the last edition of not Magic, of Dungeons and Dragons that you did play?
oh my God, you're talking about original back in 80.
I said the last, not the first.
No, that's the last time I actually played a tabletop. Like,
Oh,
you gotta remember, I didn't leave the house 10 years, so I'm definitely not gonna have people over play D&D. There wasn't online to play it like there is now.
That's better. Now we really
yes, it
can't
is.
fucking
Good
see.
God.
I can't say shit.
I mean, I told you what was a Walden books. I used to go and buy the original,
I think there's
Probably.
still a couple around there.
and we had to play kind of behind closed doors because parents were always,
Oh,
we
yeah,
heard
the
on the
80s?
net, yeah, like we heard on the news that these kids played real D&D and they killed themselves. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like,
Stop.
It's a Barbie trailer.
That's
Yes,
Walden
it was the
books?
Barbie trailer. Here, let me change that so you don't scream about it anymore.
See, there's a different.
Are you talking about the Satanic Panic with D&D?
Yes,
Yes,
that was massively part of it.
Slow. Pull back slowly.
That's what she says.
There you go.
That's what she said?
Damn
It's only a little.
There you go. Way to pull out.
it.
Also what she said.
There it is.
There's a clip.
Anyways, I didn't realize that it was that long ago for you, Soda.
Yeah, literally. That, I mean,
Penguin got scared of her.
I was always a jock and have no time to play. Like, I do miss it, but a lot of people get way too into their characters now. I'd kind of be like the shy bard that didn't say shit, and it came up with a smart ass remarks every now and.
So I can give you a little bit of an idea. I don't know. I don't know if it's accurate or if it's 100% true, but a little bit of an idea of why things do get changed on for something that's already working is D&D being what it is, a game that is consistently played. It wasn't hugely popular until recently when it had its renaissance, and now
Right.
it's gained mainstream appeal. What Wizards of the Coast is trying to do is create new content, new rule books, so they can, how do you say, so they can sell more shit. They're
Yeah, I
just
get
making
that,
new
but-
stuff to sell more shit, and that's why it's going the way
like
it's going.
money.
But they could come up with better marketing, better ideas to appeal to different people without changing something
Well,
that's worked for what 30 years.
I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I am completely on your side with it, but again, Wizards of the Coast brought in product managers and like C-level seat individuals that come from Microsoft mobile games.
Well, yeah, and you're gonna see a
And they're
lot of that.
trying to turn it into a mobile game so that they can just fucking
Yeah, that's
paywall the
everybody.
shit out of
Yeah,
it
yeah.
and nickel and dime us with fucking pay to win bullshit.
That's
They want
just-
microtransactions to
yeah. I
monetize
mean,
it.
everybody wants a piece of that market. Billions of dollars right there. So
Tear and Death, you are completely right. The problem is that shit is all they are selling. And
Yes.
like I said, I enjoy watching Critical Role. Like they role play really cool. So it's very
There's a-
interesting. And then I watch some smaller streams here and there where
We
you
used
know
to do that back
me
in
and-
the day.
me and
Yeah.
you. Don't tell anybody though. That's role playing.
No.
Oh.
We used to do on Fridays. We used to have D&D Fridays before we did the live, like a few years back.
Yeah.
But Scampering Panda, she used to. Do
How
it.
well did that do? I never knew how well.
That's
that
how
did.
we hit affiliate.
Right.
Oh,
Penguin?
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a trivia question next week.
There you go.
I love Critical Role and Ashley Johnson. Rogue Penguin, go ahead and go into our Discord and check. Oh, or not Discord. Did you send her a PM?
I sent it to
or-
her in a DM. I sent
check
her
her
the link.
Discord DM.
But yeah, it's been a while.
Tyrandeth, are you hinting?
I mean, I'm in for it. I sadly that'd be like on a Thursday.
Not on Thursday because it's a jinx. That Thursday slot is a fucking jinx.
Oh yeah, well,
I'm convinced of it.
as long as I don't put the
There
Kirk
are
Graham in.
So I don't.
Any stream we do on a Thursday shits the bed. What happened?
You are such a funny. I can't even think of the goddamn word. It's just hilarious.
Superstitious?
Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think
Anybody
of
who
like
anybody who plays
superstitious.
sports, watches sports, we're all superstitious.
Yeah,
So
like every time I give somebody a shirt, they quit. Every time I set a date on something or put a date on something, it falls apart. Every time I meet somebody, we're not friends anymore and lagging out. It was like a whole thing. Like I didn't want to meet Hero in person because I was afraid that we weren't going to be friends anymore. Because like it happens a lot. I'm fucking superstitious and scared something's going to happen. The reason why I won't meet Oni is because she still has the flamethrower and I don't want to get within like flamethrower range and fucking melt like the dude in Indiana Jones. I'm afraid.
no, Mojo Mariner was not the first problem.
No. It was like every time there's a Thursday stream, it doesn't matter who does it. It just doesn't go well.
I think. Was it a Thursday? My first and only actual solo stream.
Yeah,
Was it a Thursday?
it might have been.
No, it had to have been a Friday because it was when we did the we did the charity stream, and I was playing Doom actually. Ironically, that was the last time I played Doom. I never finished that game, and I feel very ashamed of myself for not finishing it.
Damn.
There's this like girl that just like bought Destiny 2 on Steam, and she's like, "This is awesome." I was like, I'm gonna be streaming Destiny 2. I'm like, wow, someone's actually advertising Destiny 2. And they're like, yeah, I just got into it. I love it. I go, who's your main? I'm like, oh shit, she's using game terms I forgot I use. Yeah. What was my name? I had to look up the classes.
Oh god.
I had a brain fart. I'm like, I know.
Warlock.
I know. I know there's Titans. I know there's Hunters, but what the fuck was mine? I had to go look it up. It was like, oh yeah, Woken Warlock.
I don't think there was any more, was there?
No, it's just 3. And then they had the subclasses.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, I think she was like wearing like this she had like this jet black hair, and then she had like really white out makeup, and then like a black clown nose.
And she had a nice cock. Like the commercial, chicken cock.
Nice, almost a safe, but not quite.
That's exactly how the commercial went. He's stroking the cock. He's like, look at this nice cock.
Oh, my God.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, see, I don't pull shit
So
up my
a pretty
ass.
rooster.
Right. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Inappropriate terms with soda.
God damn it. What the hell,
Talking
Soda?
about cock. That's going to be in the super clip next week. Not this week coming up, but the week after that. I'm doing a super mashup for the new intro.
Yes, it was an
For the show.
ad for Destiny. I had the guy walking around holding a chicken. He's like, nice cock.
Cade 6.
It was
Cade 6.
Cade. Cade did
Yeah.
that. Apparently he's
Yes.
Back when Dinklebot was in there.
It was fucking hilarious.
back.
Yes.
Yes. We've got guns and this and nice cock.
Yeah, see?
I
Prove
remember
it.
that.
Remember that.
He wants a
Oh.
link. Hold on, let me find it. Yeah.
You're supposed to be
Oh,
getting an
sorry.
update for Destiny 2, so player base is probably going to grow again. At least for a
Should
little
we
bit.
be concerned?
looks
It's
like
Cade
I have to
6. No,
stream.
his sense of humor is about as crooked as it comes. He's like
That's
the
why he's
Ryan
dead.
Reynolds or Deadpool of Destiny, if I were to be honest.
We're trying to get Ryan Reynolds on the show. So, Ryan,
I feel like Nathan
we need you.
Nathan who?
Nathan Fillion would be probably a really cool guest.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a tactical cock. That's a good one, actually. I'm not ashamed to say that's actually a good one, Ghost. I'm impressed.
Would that make you a cocksman?
Oh.
Logitech, fucking up heroes camera. Logitech.
It's coming from the deep breath
Logitech,
moments.
Logitech, you have it on autofocus. You got to turn it off.
No, because it's never done me wrong until today.
It's because your background's black. It's racist.
Tactical cop.
Or maybe it's because cameras
Little
work like a
Red!
human eye and require light to work.
Your camera's racist. How dare it?
Whoa.
That means
My camera, I have the A6. They have the A7 now. The Sony A7. And I'm like, ooh, do I want that?
she comes in here to ask me why I called her.
Your camera's
They said my
racist.
they're saying my camera's racist because it keeps going out of focus. Yeah, he's like, your background's black. It's being racist. That's why it keeps going out of focus. Have fun, she says.
She's like, what the fuck? Carlton, you're an idiot. Hurry up with the life.
No.
You know what's next? Do you
No.
know what's next? Are you
No.
are you ready? Dun, dun. You better get ready to bow to the master. Break it down. I'm the chieftain, bitch. Campers. I'm the chieftain, bitch. It's Camper's Corner, a play in 3 parts. Part 1. Been watching a lot.
I gotta say, Chief, I find it absolutely hilarious that you took my gag because I was just picking on you and you just decided to run with it.
Part 1. Everybody's favorite douchebag. XqC is a talentless hack.
Please tell
From
me
our
how you
slide
really
producer.
feel.
This guy is a, as they call, as Hero calls him.
Garbage human.
Yes.
100%.
Now, the reason why I'm calling this guy a garbage human is because, not because he does reaction videos, because quite frankly, we do them too, but it's how he does the reaction videos. He takes these big creators that mix music or do whatever, hundreds of hours of work, it throws his commentary on it, which is, okay, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, good. Gets 5 million views and makes money off their content, and only puts a link in the content and takes all the credit and all the money for it.
You can't be in here.
Oh, smash.
Oh, Jesus.
You can't be in here. This is my camper's corner. There's 3 parts. I'm trying to get through this so it's not like a long-winded thing.
You
But I
missed
do
her.
have
She
a-
ran off like a thief in the night.
So I know you were talking about the guy who was interviewing him. What's his name?
Oh, Ethan Klein. That dude is fucking trash too. But
All right.
you know, when I agree with somebody like Ethan Klein, that means you fucking up, XqC.
Right. So here he is trying to defend him stealing people's work and taking credit for it and not giving credit to them. This is a great video. Check this out.
What percentage of people would you say you get permission from?
The majority. Quite honestly, when it comes to small creators, I have never had any pushback. Right? So no victims in that case.
Okay, that's perfect. Have you heard of a guy named Vince Vintage? You reacted to 2 of his videos. You remember this video? So would you consider this guy a small creator? He doesn't have a lot of subs.
Yes.
Okay, why didn't you ask him for permission?
I don't know. Did he complain? Because at this point, I don't know if I have a victim, right? I don't know, so I didn't do.
Well, you do. And what's
Look how
funny is
scared
I
he
literally
sounds.
just reached out to one random person from your recent reacts. Just one.
It was only one, for sure.
Yeah. No, I swear to God. And I said, hey, I'm just curious, did XqC get permission? And I'm going to read you the message he sent me. He said, really appreciate you reaching out, Ethan. I've never been contacted by XqC at all for any of my React videos. My personal take is this. I love big streamers watching, like XqC, Hassan Mizkif, Moist Critical, watching my videos on their stream. It's a big ego boost. But when XqC does it, it's different. When he watches my video, he always re-uploads the whole thing on his YouTube channel with his insightful commentary as, wow, chat, isn't this crazy? Compared to when Hassan watched my stuff, he shouted me out and he says he loves my stuff and he sent a bunch of subscribers to my channel. A fair exchange. XqC, he really just steals my shit. Entertains his audience of hundreds of hours I put into my videos while I get just a link in the YouTube description. The problem isn't the reacting, it's the re-uploading of my video with his face on the thumbnail, and I don't DMCA him because I don't want the Twitter drama.
Oh, he doesn't want the Twitter drama.
Wait, why are you... Well, hold on. This guy says you stole his shit. Why are you denigrating that? I think you should take this seriously.
Well, because one is a paid actor, right? Which
Huh?
I think. Well, I mean, that's a paid actor.
What did you say?
Oh, it's a paid actor.
He's a paid actor.
That's okay. I'll bite, no problem. He would be a data outlier, and we can either recurve that, and I will de-damage him for every dollar that he has lost. I would be more than happy to give him 10 times 10x whatever damage
Okay,
was
good.
caused.
He'll reach out.
Is
It's
he
not his job
American?
to come ask
No.
you for
I don't
reparations
know.
for you stealing
He
from him. Don't you
sounds
understand that?
absolutely
So what you're
high
saying
as
is that you
fuck.
went digging for victims. That
I literally
didn't-
messaged one dude. The fact that you're using the same title and the same thumbnail is so parasitic.
Wow.
It's so shady. You are only doing that.
I do the
to
same thing, but
siphon
at least I
off
give
views
credit.
and confuse people. There is no other reason for that. Why would you use the same exact title and the same exact thumbnail? Explain that to me. Just answer that.
Oh, because I wanted to.
Why did you want to?
This
because I wanted to.
fucking moron.
Why did you want to?
Because the thumbnail is good, and it gives the viewer what they
Thumbnail's
want.
good and I like
Right.
creativity.
Which is the original video. They want the original video.
People would rather watch me full screen cam do
Allegedly.
the fucking worm
Do
than watch
that.
your prime,
Bro,
than watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh,
What
he's
the-
crying in the corner.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
That's not
Yes,
the worm.
do that, bro. Do it.
Like that, because-
I mean, I don't think you have anything else interesting to say, so.
A long babbling later.
Really? Well, I think your audience thinks I have something interesting to say. It's just the problem is that you're running
How
so
long do you
fast.
want me to sit here and listen to you, watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm? I have a show to do, dude. Unlike you, I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. What percentage of people would you say
sorry.
you get per... Do it.
Like that, because-
Watch you crawl around on the ground like a worm. I have a show to do, dude.
Good
Unlike you,
Lord.
I actually fucking organize and put work into my show. I understand for you, you're just burning time. You could sit here for 12 hours. That'd make your life easier. You wouldn't have to go steal videos. But me, I planned this. I have a show. I have a schedule. This has stopped being interesting because you're just sitting there saying silly shit and doing the worm.
A few minutes later.
Oh my god.
L3, fucking L3. How did I lose? Whatever. I'll call Destiny.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
How'd that go, like?
Is
Did
that
you watch it or not?
Destiny?
Watch
Yeah,
it,
that's
yeah.
Destiny.
How did I do? Tell me.
Yeah,
how
it's
shit.
Destiny.
Straight up. If I did really bad, you just tell me. I don't care.
I'd put it between. I'd give you a 2.5 on a 10 scale. I know for a fact, 1,000,000,000%. We can come back in 2 years and revisit this, but he's absolutely not mad. That conversation probably went better than he could have ever expected it. He had you crawling around like a worm on his screen while he was like getting you point after point after point after point after point.
What percentage of people would you say you get permission from?
Okay, I gotta cut it off because all these people are
Quite
talking
honestly,
so
when it comes
fast.
to
My
small creators,
fucking
I've
head is
never had any
spinning.
pushback. Like, so no victims in that case.
Okay, that's perfect. Have you heard?
But yeah,
Golly.
He doesn't like to push back.
you know that the fear is there is that if you're a small creator and you call out a large creator, they're going to bring their minions after you on Twitter, and then they're going to destroy you. That's what the guy was afraid of, and it's an honest gripe.
It is,
and that's really shitty. Now, like, people can accuse us of doing the same thing, but you can look at our videos and maybe early on when we were first doing it, we didn't know the standing operating procedure, but we would always say, oh, Lieutenant Lickby, this guy's fucking hilarious. Go check him out. This is our reaction. And that's what we usually do. That's how we set up our intros. If anyone who's, and there's two people here that have done reaction videos with me. So Soda hasn't, but Oni has, and so has Hero. And I'm 99.9% sure that we always intro. Yeah, standard operating procedure. That's why I said SOP. But this dude is just totally mooching off other people's content because the motherfucker's lazy. Like, we could just do nothing but reaction videos and get, like, I saw one that popped up. It's at 15,000 views on our channel. This motherfucker just flat out steals stuff, steals the fucking dude's thumbnail. He steals the fucking dude's thumbnail. He just slaps his picture on it. I put like cool designs on it and then add like stuff in Photoshop. He just flat out steals it.
he went as far as to accuse the guy of being a paid actor. Like,
the
what?
fuck is that? Yeah, right.
That's some fucking
Horrible
Alex Jones shit.
That's
what's
some,
worse
that's
is-
some like 9-year-old shit. Go ahead.
For me, it's the level of entitlement to say, well, there's no victim, so where can there be a crime?
Right.
There are
That
such
is-
things as victimless crimes.
Victimless crimes. And just because the person doesn't come out, just because we can't identify the person, doesn't mean the crime didn't happen. And the irony is he's trying to pull rank on a guy who literally had court cases that he won that were based on his YouTube career. Let's remember, H3H3 had some serious legal cases in the, I think, mid-2010s
Truth to tell,
regarding fair use.
and
YouTube
truth to tell,
was very
he
much
won amazing. Those cases did amazing things for the content creator economy, for everything to do with content creation. Back at that period of time was when H3H3 was at his peak. It was before he made a fucking 180 and became a lunatic. Now he is nothing but a sad sack. Like, when I see him, like clips of him anymore, sitting there slouching like this, and looks like he doesn't fucking care. He's got no effort in it. And then in addition to that, nowadays, when I see him, I immediately think of sad Luke Skywalker from Disney Star Wars, back when, the depressed Luke Skywalker, the guy that feels like he failed kind of thing. That's what I see when I see H3H3 these days. It's just, I'm sorry. I ran you over there, Oni, and I just wanted to make that point. Like, I don't like him in his current form. Before his current incarnation, he was good. And nowadays, when I find myself agreeing with Ethan Klein, there is something horribly wrong with the person he is talking about.
Right.
Yeah, the guy whose clip that you were watching.
I know that guy. I know who. Like, you pointed it out before, but I didn't know him before that.
What?
I think we lost Odie.
No, I'm still here.
He's there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Oni. Go ahead. I did
It just
not.
feels like that way because it gets knocked over. Okay, Oni, go ahead.
But they had court cases, and they won, and they were court cases. Basically, all of the internet was watching because if it went a certain way, then fair use was very much on the brink of collapsing in on itself. So H3 knows what they're talking about when it comes to fair use and content creation. I'm not saying they don't get special privileges because they're in the special partnership program with YouTube. I'm not saying that at all. But when it comes to reacting to videos, they know what they're talking about in what is considered fair use. So XqC trying to pull rank on someone who's been at this game longer than he has is a fucking joke.
Oh yeah.
And then to act as entitled as he is, saying, well, they're just a paid actor, or well, oh, they didn't want the fire. Dude, you say that because you're bigger than them. It's easy on you to look down your nose at somebody, you fucking prick. Also, I don't know about you, but just listening to him made me want to bash my head into a wall.
You were
Yeah.
not the only one. Oh my god.
Don't get me wrong. I understand what
he
he's
was
saying.
tweaking allegedly.
But he speaks so fast, either he's on something or he's trying to speak so fast you can't catch him in on something. Joke's on you, buddy. I've listened to a lot of people who speak very, very quickly. Don't think you're going to get one up on us.
What are you talking about?
So,
Correct.
XqC, yeah. I'm sure you wouldn't react very nicely if someone were reacting the same way you do to other people. But, oh no, it's because I'm XqC.
Right.
Fucking joke. I mean, you see some of these older school YouTubers like PewDiePie, Cinnamon Toast Ken, Markiplier. They'll post links to the videos that they react to.
Yeah, he did that too, but he didn't give them any shout out.
Nothing.
But I'm sure Markiplier does it in a way where hey, check this guy out. It's like a longer kind of read, right?
Or Cinnamon Toast Ken. Cinnamon Toast Ken and I'm not forgetting his name. Oh, Buff Pro. Yeah, they'll have a link to the video. Sometimes it's TLC stuff. Sometimes it's another creator. They say, hey, look, we wanted to react to this. We thought it looked really interesting. Go give them a follow, watch them or whatever. But yeah, they do it because they're professionals. But they also understand that they react to a lot of content. And yeah, in a way, it's kind of lazy to some people, but it's what they do. But they also try to make sure that they're adding to the conversation, or at least giving compliments where compliments are absolutely due.
Yeah.
Because they've come across videos where they go, yo, this is really put together. We like this.
If you want...
It makes me laugh because, when we do reaction videos, they go, you're talking too much, Chief.
And that's the one thing you are supposed to do when it comes to reaction videos. You have to add commentary.
Right. Yep.
Otherwise,
Cinnamon
you are
Toast Ken gets those comments. Cinnamon Toast Ken gets those comments too, where they'll get comments saying, why are they talking so much? Why do we have to pause the video? And Cinnamon Toast Ken and Buff Pro are literally like, yo, if we don't stop the video at some point, it's not fair use. We're going to get flagged. We have to stop the video so we can talk about it, even if all it is to say, yep, totally agree. Press play.
Stop it?
Right.
I mean, it depends. Everybody does it differently. If you talk over it,
easier.
it's fine.
Oh.
It's just easier to not get confused or hear multiple voices talking at the same time if you pause the video.
Oh.
That makes it difficult for me if it keeps running.
That's why I do it on OBS. I'll download the video to my hard drive so that way it doesn't make commercials. And then when I'm talking, when I'm playing, I'll hit pause and I'm there and the other person's there, we'll talk and then hit play again. So I do it like that and people still bitch. And I'm just really? Do you understand? If you don't want me to talk over the video, go find the original
watch the
fucking
video yourself.
reaction videos are easy to edit, Penguin. I can literally show you how to do it and set it up in OBS, and you'll have it done and dumped.
This
like in an
guy
hour.
taught me how to do reaction video edits, and he was not trying. He taught me in his sleep, basically.
Yeah, I promised Penguin to do it, but it's been crazy. But I think a bunch of people want me to show them how to do that. I think Mariner does do. I just might just do like a quick thing in our Discord. I want to do it on a live and say I'll do it on a live on Thursday, but I'm afraid to compute like the stream will shit the bed. But maybe a Monday or Tuesday or something. But like Rogue, just I didn't forget Penguin. I didn't forget. I'll show you how to. I'll show you how to set it up. Literally in OBS, and then you can like literally just throw it into your editing program. Put your beginning titles, end titles, and you're done. She showed me how to do the like when the person talks, the text comes up. On TikTok, I think I can't remember the name of the thing
captions?
she uses, but yeah, the auto captions. I don't know how to do that, and I need to know how to do that. So,
oh god,
help Mariner. I can actually help him set up the kitty cam. I could totally do that if he's got a second. You know what? Everyone go into the fucking server and and we will figure out a day, and I'll help everybody with their video stuff. How's that? And this is the payment. Do something nice for somebody else. I don't want anything for it. Do something nice for somebody else, and that's it.
That's a lie.
I don't want
more
donations
fans.
for the
More
I don't,
fans.
I don't
That's
want,
what you want. More fans.
I don't want more fans. I don't want any donations coming to the chat. I don't want any Discord boosts. I don't want nothing. Do something nice for somebody else. That's it. That's your
Don't
payment.
want anything double negative.
I don't want anything. Sorry.
There you go.
Are you
you made a comment on a clip saying, "Is speaking really required?" And then Hero goes, "Yeah, it kind of is." Yeah. We'll figure something out when we get offline. I don't want to say Sunday or Monday, but we'll talk.
Fucking Hemi, man.
I will skip a 30-minute segment of my day and not call Soda an asshole. Okay, great. I just love Hemi's voice. Like I remember on the clip, and it's like, I donate to your chat. You can suck my cock. And like I say it to him every time because that's the clip that sticks in my head in his voice. It's so funny. I always think he looks like Cowboy Troy. That's how I imagine how he looks.
Oh my god!
But
Hemi, yeah, he doesn't look anything like you would like picture him before you actually.
Does he look
see
like
him.
Tyrus from or Brocious
He looks more
Clay, that
like
wrestler?
Jelly Roll. Think of Jelly Roll.
Oh my god! He looks like Jerry. What the fuck?
I mean, that's.
He's gonna kick your ass, dude. Him
I mean,
and
that's
him and Uncle Dad are gonna come there and kick your ass.
I mean, off the top of my head, that's like the closest thing I can think of.
I lost 101 pounds, not 100, 101 pounds.
Oh wow.
So he's not he's not Jelly Rolls. He's Jelly Roll, as in singular. He's losing more weight than both of us combined, Hero.
Yeah. Well,
I'm jealous.
depends on where is he counting from.
Congratulations, sir. By the way, congratulations on that weight loss.
Yeah. Yes, 100%.
Okay, we just had, just moving on here, we just had the lovely Miss Gothix on. Chief wears my shirt. It has been confirmed. She confirmed it. Her shirt did come, and she uses it to work out in, which is awesome because that means a lot of people are going to see it. So,
Yes.
So yes, I did get her the shirt. It
That
got to
wasn't-
her. I'm happy that it got to her. She never confirmed she got it, so I wasn't sure. But I want to give credit where credit's due. It's like Oni said, like, we should send her a shirt. And I'm like, that's a good idea. So that was Oni's idea. So Oni should get all the credit for that.
No,
Just
'cause I
none
didn't,
of the-
I didn't
none
pay
of-
for it in the thing.
None of the credit for the shipping issues.
The shipping issues are all Chieftain's fault because when I was sending it out and your address is different than the billing address, it doesn't tell you, it switches the mailing address. So you have to put it in again. There's like some sort of like POS point of sale issue that happens when you go through the end part. It changes the address. So I have to go back in, re-put the PO box in there because she's a partner. She has a PO box because she's the one who be able to stalk her and shit, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Considering
went
the
there. And
changes in her life. Yeah.
the same thing same thing happened with Soda when I sent them the polo shirt. It's like I didn't get it yet. I'm like motherfucker. So
Have you gotten that yet, Soda?
he has it.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
A little too small. I got big muscles, so.
Well, it
Yeah, he's
doesn't
like-
it doesn't help that you almost never wear shirts anyways.
Yeah, he actually does the show shirtless with his avatar. So.
What?
And he's like chain smokes cigarettes, like those
I
cigarettes
don't know what you're
that
talking about.
I don't know what
Corbin
you're
Dallas
talking about.
uses in Fifth Element. Those are the cigarettes he smokes.
Corbin Dallas. Negative. I'm a meat popsicle.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle. If you guys are new to Lagging Out Live, hello. This is Lagging Out Live. I'm Chieftain. To my right in hell is Blacklight Oni. Below us is Hero the IT guy, and the only host that runs at 60 frames a second, Soda Pop. And we're talking about, did we actually send our guest shirts? Yes, we do. We sent Gothix a shirt. We sent Eric July a shirt, although it hasn't been confirmed yet because he hasn't been to his P.O. box in 3 months.
Oh, God.
But I've been talking to his liaison, so.
Yes, Fifth Element is a great movie.
Fifth Element. Big bada boom.
Big
bada boom. Anyone? Negative. I'm a meat popsicle.
Do I have tiny hands? Yes, I gotta fix that. Not in real life. Well, actually,
it's like Chris Tucker is like. What?
Well, I made him too big the first time.
Rod.
That's the
Because
greatest
like
show I've ever
when the
done.
clown avatar waved, the hand was like looking at Trump hands, and that shit makes me laugh.
I can't. Let's see.
Oh my god, he's got no torso.
I can't really like.
That is his torso. You
I
mean
mean, he
legs?
doesn't have any pants.
I don't have it. Yeah.
Well,
that's-
Lieutenant Dan, he ain't got no legs.
I ain't got no legs.
You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
he wear no pants.
Let's see if that's any better.
Oh my god, his teeth are horrible.
I mean, it is a knockoff of Killer Clowns, so
Oh, is it?
yeah. Pretty sure that is.
Oh, that's a little bit more proportion. Oh, now I'm out of focus. Look to the left.
What do you mean out of focus? I'm the one that has focus issues. You just
No.
have placement issues, sir.
On each scene, I have to move my
Penguin
guy.
says, "Man, your pee is small. I can't even see it."
Thanks, Penguin.
That's two people that say confirm that. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can't win. He has no
Chieftain
one.
Soda has no legs because he lost them in the 2015 meme war.
I lost him in the emu war.
No, it wasn't 2015. It was 2020.
Oh God.
I lost my brain in the meme war.
Well, I mean, that's about
Probably.
90% of the population of Twitter because Twitter is fake. Though I hear it's been
Twitter
getting
is
better.
fake.
It's not Twitter anymore. It's X, which is
Okay.
weird because now when women go like, I have to go check my X. Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird. That happened the other night, didn't it?
Yeah. I was like,
That
what?
was so weird when Badger is like, and you're like, what?
I was like, imagine the shit that's gonna happen. I think he did it on purpose because he's just fucking sadistic like that. Like,
Well,
Yeah, he's a
no,
psycho.
see, the thing is he has had this
Don't forget to hit that follow,
hard on.
everybody, if you haven't followed already.
He has had this hard on for naming a company X since he started in business. He
But
did
something
it
you gotta
with
check every day?
PayPal. He did it with
Yeah.
Starlink. I think he tried to do it with Tesla. He sold the domain name and then got it back.
What's
so
up,
now,
Rio?
hey,
Yeah.
Rio.
What up, Rio? Like
Still,
he
it's
has
fucking
this
funny. Like, I gotta go
affinity
check my X.
for the company name X. So I can
But just
can
imagine how
understand.
much shit that's gonna cause across
Of
America.
course.
Probably the world, I guess. Go check my
And you
X.
didn't like the new logo that I posted, like a proposed logo. It looked like a bird, but it was too thick. And then someone
Yeah.
else posted a bunch of Nazis walking down because it gives me these feels. I'm like, oh
It was
my god,
Ghost.
I can't. Yeah, Ghost put that in there. It does look like a little bit like a swastika. I'm like, oh, I never even put that together. It's X. It sounds like a porn site. Well, if there was two other X's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is the day that he made that change, it started trending.
Sure, go ahead, Mariner. It's fine. All right, weight loss challenge. So I lied about my weight this week. He said, I'm sorry, first time I saw that. That's all I saw. No, you're fine. It's fine. So last week I was at 210 and Hero was at a very slender 220. Where is the drum roll?
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
Obviously, Hero lied and said 217. I'm just kidding. And
Come at me, I
I
fucking
weighed
dare you.
212, 210, 212, 210. It keeps on going back and forth on my scale. So I just rounded down 210.
Well,
I ate like a pound of macaroni and I usually can just like poop it out. I usually do my morning poops, but I had no morning poops. So it was like off by a little bit. I have a 3 poop minimum in a day. I poop at least 3 times a day. Congratulations to Hero. He's at 217. He's almost at his goal. He's not that far away. You got 1 month to lose that much weight. Can you do it? Can you get down to 195 by September 1st?
That's awesome, man.
I don't know. And dude, that is something serious.
Yeah, that's
Mariner, that is
big.
some big
Awesome.
news.
Good job. I was talking to King's Goth, the creator of Sim Settlements 2, earlier, and he's agreed to be on my stream. He's another bulldog, dude. He does a great job of getting people. It's like, hey, I'm coming on your stream. I'm like, okay. And he's like, hey, do you want to come on my stream? Everyone goes, okay, because you're nice. So he deserves it though. Like he does a lot of work, and his mods are really good too. So he's got really good mods in there as well.
I said this to Mariner after I watched his video. I watched his 45-minute video on Sim Settlements. I don't care what anybody says. Go watch that fucking video. It is awesome.
He's 1 year away to being a subscriber for a year for us.
And
he's 11-month subscriber, it says here.
I'm going to say
Mojo's 2 months. She's amazing too.
that
Thank you, Mojo.
his video
us a fucking-
was awesome. Okay, I'll link
Dance on his fucking face, bitches.
I haven't done it all night.
it. I'm going to link
Lick
his
it.
video.
Yeah, go ahead, link it.
Oh, I said lick it, but whatever.
Link it.
You
Lick it.
can say all the lewd
Rogue
shit
Penguin,
you want.
screen grab. Please screen grab your videos and then post them, and I'll try to share them and like them. You know, I always share your stuff, so. Like I think if it wasn't for like Penguin liking our stuff on TikTok, no one would like it.
Where is it? Here it is.
Here's all of our emotes. There we go.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
She hasn't said that live, and Oni hasn't said that live in a while.
Flip that.
Clip that.
Not in a while, no.
Yeah. Part 3. What's part 3? I forgot. Oh yeah, I remember. Part 3. We're still doing. I guess Campers Corner. Modern Warfare 3 dropped a trailer. We're not gonna play it because it's just the same old shit over and over again. But yeah, there was a trailer. I was like, oh, I pretended to be excited. Let's talk about it. Let's not. Okay, there's a trailer out and they're releasing it in November. That was the end of that.
Right?
That's all I wanted to mention.
It's like every other year, right? So,
you would think,
Except for
but
last
last
year.
year was Modern Warfare 2. Now they're doing Modern Warfare 3. They usually do it alternate years, don't they?
if they
Yeah,
go back
alternate
to
years
Modern
because
Warfare
it's-
2, that'd be great.
They alternate.
into
What
now.
what it always was that I remember is it was an alternating developer that was releasing a different. It was a different part of
Infinity Ward
Call of
and
Duty?
Treyarch would alternate.
Right, yeah. So it's always been.
Can I get a right bell for that?
I mean, you're the one with those sound effects.
I'm not right that often, apparently. So,
True story.
but if you like our content, please tell your friends and your enemies. And if you have trolls, I can really fuck them up in chat. I'm missing fucking up those trolls in chat. It's really a lot of fun for me to do, and Tyrion Death loves it.
Whoa,
He
dude.
loves it when I make them feel like shit. So if there's any trolls in there, I'm throwing down the gauntlet.
Come at me, I fucking dare you.
Exactly, Oni.
We like to control the field.
Right. We control the field, and we all take. And I'll say something, and then it'll be paused, and then like Oni will drop some bombs on him, and then we talk a little bit. Then and Heroes say something, and Soda we smoking a cigarette, not paying attention, and then I go back to Oni. I am only killed by sunlight type of troll. Okay.
Sun is bad.
Sun is bad. The only person in here that likes the vitamin D is Soda.
Whoa.
Or just D.
What an idiot. That's right. Fucking idiot. You dad, what a fucking idiot.
What a fucking idiot.
Whoa, dude.
If you want to get t-shirts like Gothic has, she has the American Gamer t-shirt that's kind of cut off in a razorback. You can get one of those. Those are very popular if you're American. If you hate America, then don't buy the shirt. Then we don't want you to buy the shirt if you hate America.
No, we want your money anyways.
Yeah, we don't have it upside down. Ad break in 30 seconds. But here's what the red one looks like. Hero is our supermodel. So American Gamer right there. Booyakasha. 13 stripes, 50 stars. You would be shocked, Oni, on how many people don't know that.
We're gonna do the Hemi and Soda show on Thursday.
If it doesn't cancel.
Yeah, don't have.
It's the one that you'd only ever see on late night TV.
Right?
And we will be right back right after these messages. Boom. Ad break. Ended. Your community is back. Oh, okay. I totally got that wrong.
Whoa.
Okay, so if you like, I'll do it one more time. If you want to get the same shirt as Gothix, get our American Gamer t-shirt. If you might have saw us on a small little window on the right-hand side on the advertisement, you saw Hero in a full shot in his red shirt. There it is, American Gamer. His has links on the back. Yours won't. Because I made it custom.
My shit's custom.
My shit's custom.
Oh, no.
I did it better. Sorry.
You do it better, yeah.
Not sorry, actually.
My shit's custom. And my shit's so custom, I steal the concept of gaming entertainment and put it on my own website. Because I can't come up with my own shit. Yeah. But anyways, if you want to do the Garbage Human t-shirt, Mariner has that. He's not a garbage human. He's a wonderful human, but he likes the logo. So check that out now.
Garbage human.
Exactly. So now we have...
We need to do a graphic for him.
Soda's six-pack.
What?
Yeah. We do have to do a graphic for him. And summer, I have 10 weeks of summer camp, so now I'm done, so I can talk with Soda, see what he wants, and then use his Envato site and make it.
Right. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's amazing. He just pulled it from fucking Envato.
He's lying. Everything's
Women's
custom.
Sports Title 9 and Inequality. Wow, we're actually doing a sports section?
I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't make it to this before Gothix left, because I thought she would have some really great input
looked
on
like
it.
she was very tired, so that's okay. Maybe next time. She's like, no, don't invite me again. Nah, just kidding. She must have a good time because she came twice.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's not what I meant.
Sometimes not at all.
Whoa, dude.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking horrible human beings.
It's from Austin Powers.
Oh, there's your buddy there, Soda. All right, so let's talk about that.
Hold on, Road Penguin. What's considered a millennial?
25 plus something.
Okay, I've heard two versions of this. I've heard anywhere from between 1999 and before, so I think it's like
81.
1980, 1981 to 1999 is a millennial.
Yeah, anyone.
But I've also heard that the stopping point was 94. I shit you not.
Yeah, it's different.
To some people, I am not. To some people, I am not a millennial.
Yeah.
So
98.
To some people,
I'm looking says between 81 and 96.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's changed multiple times. Some of them say millennial stops in 1999. I've seen some folks group Badger and I as Gen Z.
When you were born, 90s?
Yeah, I was born mid-90s.
Good lord.
But because we were born in the mid
Underwear
'90s,
older than you.
they like to try to shift which ones that they're from. So, look, a lot of generations have their own version of suckitude, but the fact that I would be considered a Gen Z, I'd really rather jump off a 2-story balcony.
Uh-oh.
They're saying between 25 and 40, some of the other places.
Yeah, I heard 81 to 90, like somewhere in the 90s.
Yeah, it's different depending on where you get the information from.
Xers are 65 to 80.
Yeah, technically my dad is a boomer. Technically my dad's the last year of a baby boomer.
Is your dad older than me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to let you figure out the math in your head for a second.
Oh God, math is hard.
Yeah.
Get my calculator out.
If I am 28 years old, if I were even half his age, what would that make him?
Let's see. So if you're this age and I times it by 2, that would put him in his 50s.
Thank you.
Okay. Mid 50s.
Actually, my dad's a little older than that. My dad was in his 30s when he became a dad to Badger and I, which is the only time he's been a dad. So,
and your dad talks like this with a very low voice.
Hey, my dad's got a really cool voice. And then my mom's got a really cool voice too.
General
So, you know.
Kenobi, this is Oni's father.
Oni's father is the best.
Yeah, he's got like the coolest voice ever. I heard him on the phone one time. I'm like, he's got like a radio voice. It's really cool.
He's got an amazing sense of humor.
Yeah,
He's also got great hair.
Yeah,
my dad said flat out, he's like, look, a lot of guys my age don't have a lot of hair left. I'm going to have long hair until I can't have long hair anymore. I'm going to enjoy this. This is not something most guys get to keep. I'm like, you rock it, Dad. So, you know, my dad knows what's up.
Oh, that's why I can't cut mine then. Okay, that makes more sense. I wish I could
In
flip
stereo, bitch.
Bang bang.
Because probably because my dad's not really an internet type of guy. So unless I got his permission and unless we actually carved out a time, also.
I imagine that'd be
I
hard
haven't.
to coordinate.
He's an insomniac and has been for at least as long as I've been alive. So him getting any sort of sleep is very important. I wish I could have my parents on here. I feel like everyone would have a really great time talking to my parents, but at the same time, you know, they're working folks, okay? You know.
Oni, when we're famous and we start doing the day streams at the studio, we'll have them come in.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be hilarious. Especially if it's going to be like, you know, if there were a section like, "Hey, Mom and Dad, I need advice," and it's like, "Okay, what can we do for you, kids?" You know, like, "Hey, I've got a bully." Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do. I'm going to tell you how to hold a fist. I'm going to teach you how to punch.
We should do that as a YouTube video because that would totally work. Like ask Oni's mom and dad. And then we could have people in the chat like come up with suggestions and then we'll like have 3 suggestions and then say okay. And then your sister would kind of shoot it with her cell phone, kind of like some guerrilla journalism. And then we'll just put it together and we'll put it on YouTube and a segment on here. It'd be hilarious.
Oh, it would actually be really wholesome too.
It'd
know,
be
like
wholesome. Yeah, it'd be great content. If they're up
especially
to it. If they're
because
not, I understand too. I respect their privacy and stuff like that. So.
No, I do wish I could share my parents with more people because my parents. I don't say this to be funny. I do say this, in all sincerity, I think my parents are cool. Okay.
Yeah.
My parents wanted us to explore different interests regarding knowledge or hobbies. Wanted us to go outside. Wanted us to have fun playing video games. Yes. Wanted us to ask questions. They weren't worried about us in terms of, oh my gosh, what if my kids don't fit in? It's like, have you seen the family we come from? Fitting in isn't an option. That just doesn't happen. Go live your life, live a life that you would be happy with. So, yeah. So I'm reading the comments, so.
Yeah. So it's like, this always happens when my segment comes up. Like, I can't get my segment out. I'm sorry. I'm going to take the blame for that.
No, it's good.
Yeah. All right. So who's that dude in the middle?
That is our favorite Megan Rapinoe. This isn't a great picture. I kind of told Badger because Mary Lou Retton is if you were born during our time, is a
84 Olympics, LA.
Yeah, she's just a kind of an iconic hero.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really fit in here.
Who's the dude on the right?
Serena Williams
I'm
also
just
doesn't
kidding.
fit in
She's
here.
fucking dominant as hell. She's really good.
She makes enough money on her own, so like,
yeah.
I was like, those two don't belong in this picture. It's kind of which one don't belong here. So, but the whole
The dude
topic
in the middle doesn't belong. But
One of these things is not like the other.
yeah, we kind of hit on this before about the equal pay kind of thing between just in general, but in sports it's even worse because
yeah, it is.
The women, and don't get me wrong, women, well, for the most part, I can't really say I watch a lot of women's sports, and that's kind of the point with a lot of people don't watch it. So
I watch women's hockey. I love women's hockey. What?
Is that Bruce Jenner? She might as well be.
Penguin just came out with that zinger. That just I'm dead.
Oh,
I'm fucking
no.
dead.
Oh no. Oh, I just read it. Oh, what the fuck, Penguin? Tell me. Oh, I'm not smart enough to be on the chat. She hits me with a zinger like that.
Okay.
And then she's scared when I'm playing with her. I'm scared. I've never played with Chieftain before. I'm having performance anxiety. Like I'm fucking famous or something. I'm not famous at all.
No.
And then she comes up with a zinger, and that's really good. It's really good.
So back on the topic, Rapinoe was the one that basically said we need to get paid as much as the men's soccer team.
That's the one in the middle, Rapinoe, the captain.
Yeah,
of
she's
the US
actually
national
married.
team.
No problem. Penguin. Whose mic is crazy?
Is that my mic? Whose mic is that?
Yeah.
No, it might be mine. I found out. I think the reason why my call's been getting dropped, it's raining. I only realized it because the wind started really gusting out here. So trying to open up some windows, kind of get some air circulation. But that would explain why it's having so many connectivity issues. It's because there's a little bit of rain coming down. Whoops. Sorry.
All good.
I was trying to be subtle about that.
And now we'll talk about Deep Dive King. Just kidding. Why she's messing around with this. Anyway, Rapinoe was saying, hey, we need as much money. Even the court said they didn't really deserve it, but they ended up getting it anyway. And she basically, if you don't know, they were in the World Cup and she had a chance to advance them and she either choked or purposely blew that kick. But anyway, they got millions and millions. I don't think she blows anything, so that probably wasn't the right word. But.
Oh my god.
Anyway, her wife's
I like
actually
her wife,
awesome.
Sue Bird, better
Yeah,
than her.
her wife's
I like
awesome. So
Sue Bird's like the shit. She's a really good basketball player.
but they're also the women's basketball wanting to get paid as much as the men. But honestly, the NBA has fit the bill for the WNBA basically since its inception. So
yeah,
they don't make any money. The NBA's like, we're gonna just, because they're not gonna say they failed, so they give them millions of dollars every year. So, but it's if you look, even soccer is one of the most watched sports in the world, like literally,
right
above baseball, baseball, football, any of our sports over here. So, who watches women's soccer really. And like the only time you really watch is something like the World Cup. That's the only time ESPN even puts it on, and it's like an ESPN2, you know. So, but they got just
It's on
as
the
much.
Ocho.
Yeah, they got as much money as the men did for, you know, doing nothing. Like,
did you hear her interview?
I did not watch the interview. I'm just
the interview where she asked what was her biggest achievement in soccer, and she sat there for a second. She thought. She's like, not winning the 3 World Cups, not being the captain. She's like, equal pay for women.
right. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. But that's and I don't mind pay them what they're
Yeah.
worth. It's
That's
you're
the
not
problem.
worth.
You got to pay them what they're worth, not more than what they're worth.
Yeah, they're not worth what the men's bring in. I mean, I don't even want to think about how much men's soccer brings in, but
If women were making more than the men were, would the roles be reversed?
I don't know how that would work. Honestly, I don't know how it.
I don't understand. Like, there was like people when this entire controversy, quote unquote, came and hit full screen when they were harping on equal pay and all this shit. They actually did the math, and the reason that the women's team looked like they were getting so underpaid compared to the men's team is because they had the same pay packages based on what eyeballs they bring
Right.
to the games.
Correct.
And
Right.
the women picked the more financially sound method of payment. They got their payout over the course of a period of time versus the men's team that picked the upfront lump sum money payment. And the reason they were bitching was because
Collective
the
bargaining
men picked the lump sum payment while the women picked the payout
wrong
over
one.
time.
Mojo, this is more for like the World Cup team and the USA team, not like the leagues. The leagues are totally different. So
Leagues are different, yeah.
Yeah, this isn't for like, this is basically, you know, Olympic team, USA, FIFA teams, etc. They're not as much, you know, very popular.
I think everyone gets paid the same with the Olympics, though.
Yeah, they
if you
do
get
now.
a gold medal, you get this amount, and if you get a silver medal, you get this amount.
Well,
So-
the women ended up, I read, was $3.3 million for what they did at the World Cup, which was choked. So like,
yeah,
I don't know
I
if
mean-
I'd call that a choke. I saw that clip. It was horrendous.
I mean, they're actually, yeah, some people are even talking about, did they get paid off? Did they do it on purpose? Like, because they were supposed to win and they didn't even make it past, you know,
the 16.
yeah,
round of 16.
yeah, like, and she missed a point blank shot. Like,
yeah.
And they said
what
she
was that, a
laughed
penalty
about it.
kick?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
She
I
did.
think she wasn't laughing that she was laughing at like, wow,
Well,
what a fucking idiot I am. That's
yeah.
what she was like. People thought she was laughing because
I
she didn't take
still
it seriously.
think
That was not what she.
improper.
well,
And
she knew
don't-
she was retiring too. So
Yeah, so because then like that's how I interpret it, and I don't like to defend her on anything, but I think
Well-
that's
No.
because I've done that. I've struck it out and just laughed at myself. I'm like, what a fucking idiot I am. Like,
But the,
why did I swing at that pitch?
the team
Like,
they
I've
lost
done that
to
as a sports ball person.
the team they lost to, I want to say it was Portugal.
Sweden.
Well, one of the teams that they tied, they had beat them like 16-0. Like,
Yeah. What's
and then they go 0-0. Come on, like, what's the odds of
Portugal?
that? Yeah,
Is it Portugal?
I think so.
I don't watch soccer unless I'm trying to get to sleep.
I just heard
This is
Derek
Portugal.
laughing about it. He's like, how in the fuck did this happen? Like, they beat them 16-0, and then they go 0-0, and like, you know, soccer's weird with their points. So
Yeah, Mojo agrees with me. She says she
And-
took it as she was laughing at herself. I took it as that as well.
Yeah,
No, I
I can
mean,
I can
we've all done
understand, and
that.
I saw that. Like I
mean-
could see that. It's just I kind of agree with the general consensus that was probably not the best thing to do at that.
I mean,
the optics were bad. I understand that.
I did it on one of my. I had when I was bowling. I had the front 11. It was about 200-300, and I'm like, okay, I got this. Threw the ball, and I'm like, oh, that's a strike. Walked it off. Was already pumping my fist, and left fucking 5-7. And bowling the 5-7 is kind of like The
Ah,
weenie split, like
that's the horrible split.
the only good thing about it, I never had a 298, so I got my 298 ring. But
I was happy when I scored a 220, and
I was laughing. I was laughing at that, but of course it wasn't on a world stage either. So
yeah.
But yeah,
you guys are new to Lagging Out. We're Lagging Out Live. We're talking about equal pay for women that are born women, I guess. And
oh yeah, that's another thing we're going to talk
I'm
about.
Soda. Black Light Oni's to my right.
You're
Below
Soda?
us is Hero. Sorry.
Wow.
Chieftain. I'm right here. Hi. To my right is Black Light Oni. I'm tired.
Obviously.
I think it's I need to go to the doctor because like I keep on screwing up words and names. I'm kind of concerned now. Hero is right below me, and to his right is Soda.
Yeah.
And it's just a segment called Soda Six Pack.
And Mojo, I want to make sure that you understand that while I do kind of disagree with that, what you're saying there, the general public is it's not her fault that the general public takes it that way. I kind of disagree with that, but at the same time, I understand your point, and I want you to understand that I'm not just
Yeah.
gonna call you out.
Yeah, don't think I'm like I don't have any problem with women's sports. I mean, I play sports all my life, so
And he played as a woman, so he's good.
well, yeah, but some of the females
He's got a
I
small penis.
bowled against, they were you wouldn't want to bowl against them. They were just as good as us. So
I know.
Oh God, Emmy! I just saw what Emmy said.
But I'm all for women making money. Why not? I don't have any problem. Like
Bandit with Beeman Bandit was talking about how this guy like was joining an all-female tournament and had all his female like pro male friends identify as female and drop into a game to prove that boys are better at video games. I go, that is not a fair assessment. I go, that's bullshit.
No.
It doesn't matter if you're a boy or a girl in a fucking video game. You're
Well,
just flat out good.
if you watch the League of Legends video, that'll prove
It's
different.
bullshit. And like she was right. Like I totally agree with her. I go, that's garbage. I go, like they should just have straight up tournaments, mixed teams, straight up boy girl teams,
They
transgender.
did.
It doesn't matter in video games because it's not a football game. I'm not like playing a bunch of girls in a football game that play football their whole lives and they just get run the fuck down.
You need to
That's
go watch
completely different.
the all
Men or women
women
are built differently.
But go watch the all women's League of Legends team that they tried to do. They got ripped like
Well, I mean,
so bad.
And then Bandit played on the national paintball team. She was the only woman to play on a national paintball. It was all men.
That's
and she's
fine with
a
me.
pro paintball player, and she was icing the boys. So I'm just saying, like with that in particular sports like that, the playing
no, they
field is
actually
pretty even.
They chose the best female League of Legends players in the world, like based on ranks and game. They weren't like just scrub players. They were
okay.
And the men were actually getting fined because they were banning all the support picks, saying, "Hey, women only pick support." Yeah, it was like
wow.
And they beat them.
I just think it's bullshit.
They literally,
my opinion.
I will go ahead and say, when it comes to feats of strength, I am sorry. I just don't think that it is fair. Like
I don't think
you
it's
have,
fair either.
you have a man up until a certain point in their life. They go through their entire life, a lifetime of genetic
I'm gonna
development.
go play some hockey, field hockey.
A lifetime of just a genetic set of hormones that pump into your body as a
All right.
man.
all right.
You're genetically designed to have this much testosterone and hormones. And then just on a whim one day you're like, oh, I'm just a woman. And you
That I
decide to
agree
take hormone blockers and estrogen and all this other stuff for a period of time to limit the amount of testosterone coming into your body. And suddenly you're okay to compete against women in a feat of strength when your
Yeah.
body has
And
already
it's only like
had
a 6
a
months.
lifetime
Yeah, it's like 6
Of
months is all
hormones.
you have to do it. Like it's something stupid.
Penguin played soccer in high school. I'm wondering if her varsity team played the boys' varsity team, how close do you think the game would be?
I mean, this has been
like-
done since the beginning of time. Like,
Yeah, like it would. I'm not saying that to call her out. I'm just saying, like, would it be close? Because I know the women's team played a freshman high school soccer team and boys soccer team and lost.
yeah, like that's just.
I'm
And like
just
I
saying.
said, it's not something. I'm not any kind of sexist or any of that. Like,
No, if they were bringing in more money than the men, then they should be making more money, and the men shouldn't be making as much money as them because it's not fair. They're bringing in more revenue, so they should have more money. We would have lost. So, yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm like, I'm comparing two athletes that play that sport, right?
And honestly,
one female, one male.
one of my favorite sports is softball. I love watching softball. Like
Softball's fun. I like watching Little League World Series too, because
But now, if we put
my team's in
all
last
women
place and
in
they suck.
baseball, would I watch it? Probably not.
No.
I'm just saying, but
hard to watch our teams play.
But now, I mean, people born a man should not compete against women. That's just. I mean, this has happened in MMA. Like,
Hey,
and-
what's up? I'm gonna.
Kick your ass.
Right? Yes, college softball is on.
Yo, I'm
love
just gonna
college
point this
softball.
out. That trans MMA fighter freaking crushed a woman's
And
skull.
Yep.
Straight up, just
They had a
And
woman
you know what
rugby
she
player.
said? She's like, you crushed her skull. She's like, oh yeah. I'm like, no, like you were. And the female MMA fighter, the transgender female, was a Marine that transitioned after he got out of the Marines.
Yeah.
Just
And,
And
I was
this
like,
happened
oh
in
my
rugby.
God.
This happened in rugby just not a couple
How
weeks
is
ago.
that
Rugby too,
okay?
yeah.
Knocked three
The
fucking
bicycle
chicks out cold.
competitions, the swimming competitions. Apparently, some of this stuff is starting to. I'll say the phrase loosely because I'm going to offend somebody saying it. Apparently,
hate this
some of
topic.
these people, some of these organizations are starting to wise up, and they're actually starting
you're
to
correct.
ban that.
Yeah, you're correct there. They
I
said if they're
think,
gonna do
like,
anything, it'll be
transgender athletes should have their own.
and that's what they're
the
talking
only way
about.
it would be fair.
Yeah, that's what they're
Yeah,
talking about.
their own like section. I think that would be.
But
fair.
I also think a lot of men aren't going to do it if they're transitioning because they're just going over there so they can be a badass because they can't beat normal men.
Right.
So.
Like
maybe some of them
Leah
do that.
Thomas, just saying, dude
ranked
do that,
300 in the world.
Ranked like 40 or 50, and then as soon as they started in their first all-female competition, they were top. Like
Yeah.
how is that any
It's hard to
sense
watch.
of correct?
Yeah, I do
think
not
there's-
agree with that. Like, I actually
Yeah.
watched a woman fight a trans female, but she fucking held her own like against that, and I was proud. I'm like,
That's awesome.
but still, it's not fair. I mean, just willpower and pure, like you said, testosterone won that fight for the other
Bone density as well.
Yeah, like it was just. If she had actual talent, she was a talented fighter. So
It's a very scary subject because like a lot of people are very passionate on either side of that, and it's a really hard topic to attack. But I think we're okay with that. It's like some people like they really feel that they're females or really feel that they're males. That's
that's
fine.
okay, but
That is fine with me. I'm like, you do you. Like, I'm not playing that masquerade game with you, but you do you. And, you know, don't hold me verbally hostage, and don't try to think that it's fair that you can knock a woman out in MMA.
and to be proud of it. That's my thing.
Yeah, I'm like, that's where, like, there's a line for me, you know? There's
Yeah.
like, that's the line. But I understand people are like, no, they should do it, and I get it. That's your opinion, and I respect it, you know?
Even Serena right here, top tennis player in the world for females, lost
Mhm.
to a rank 212. Like she,
Right. A man who's ranked 212 in the world. Right. Yeah. And she's like, there's no way. She said in an interview, it's like, there's no way I would be able to beat a man. There's no way.
I gotta ask, it wasn't her that I was thinking of. I was thinking there was a Olympic level runner, and they disqualified her for a couple of bouts
Because she had too much
she was
testosterone.
she had too much testosterone in her bloodstream, and like they tested her and everything, she didn't
yeah.
she didn't.
she
No, there's
wasn't.
no PEDs.
She wasn't doing any drugs or anything. It's just what she naturally had.
Right.
And like, why are we testing for things like that? And we're going to disqualify an actual woman, but we're not going to disqualify a man that becomes a woman.
For probably a long time until,
Yeah.
like I said, there is a.
I honestly think the pendulum is swinging back to center right now. How long there is a different story.
I'm still mad that Barry Bonds has the home run record because he's a fucking cheater.
God, here we go.
And Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire, they were fucking juicing, and their home runs are standing. And then Aaron Judge hit 62 home runs. Like, he's not the real leader. He did it natty. He didn't do it with roids. And like,
No, I agree with
Soda's
you.
on the opposite end of that. He says, "Oh, they were all doing it, and it's fine." Like, if you
No,
ain't
it's
cheating, you
not-
ain't. What'd you say? If you ain't cheating, you're what? You're not.
You ain't trying?
Yeah,
you're not trying.
It's
well,
Jim
I mean,
Rome.
he's an Astros fan.
I
so
feel
of course
like
he's gonna
the
say
three
that.
of us have kind of run over this topic a lot. What about Oni? I've not heard much from her.
Someone wake her up.
Part of it's probably because my signal's been kind of, up and down. But there's a reason why athletics were split between men and women. Again, I am more than happy to encourage people to live their best life. You only have one life to live if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you get one life to live.
Soap opera.
But if you think it would be fair for me to fight against a man a similar size as me,
I agree with that.
the answer is no. I have some coworkers. One of them has a little brother who's helping out during the summer. That little brother's bigger than I am. Kid's not even 20. Taller and broader than I am. Now, again, let's preface
Hey,
this.
Oni, you want to fight? I'm gonna
kick your ass.
Very nice kid. Seems like a very nice young man. They're all hilarious. They all love to annoy me by calling me a certain nickname and makes me feel old. But they're nice. They're very well mannered. They're funny. They're great. But if you think that pound for pound, muscle for muscle, we are equals, we're not.
No.
Now, I think there also comes an argument, especially in the military, where if you can't pull it, you can't cut it. If you can't make it like everybody else, you just don't deserve the place. Like, well, given that most of the military recruiting numbers aren't making it, that's not a really good thing to say. And also, last I checked, when World War II was rolling around, they encouraged women to enlist because they needed men to go over to fight. So if a woman could do the job a man could actually do, so that he could go fight overseas and she could do whatever he was doing, whether it was administrative, whether it was building or repairing, obviously nursing, maybe you should fucking do that. So,
yeah.
We're not all people who are over 6 feet tall. Some people are lucky to be 5 feet. Okay. That's okay. You are not lesser than. You're not lesser than just because you can't do it. And you're not any better than anybody else just because you're born with innate talent. So it's okay to not be the same in a lot of ways. We should still be given equal respect and equal rights. That does not mean we treat each other any lesser than. Okay? That's it. Again, you should be paid what you're due. Now, what it sounds like to me regarding the payment thing, where you got sports guys payment plan as a lump sum in the beginning, where you've got women who get paid out over time,
Lovely lady lumps.
kind of explains some of the spending habits that I see in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And don't you dare say women don't know how to use money, because that's sexist.
I wasn't going to say that.
No, anyone
but
in chat,
since
not
you
you.
decided
not,
to,
not you, chat.
Wow.
Go ahead.
but since you decided to, it's very common for young men who have no idea how to handle finances to go absolutely fucking bankrupt after being given a lot of money. If you're given money over time, it's easier to budget. Doesn't make it foolproof. So